What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Anita's Joint, hashtag extended joint, where every day is payday, baby. Oh, you tuned in to another one. All right, so of course, Emma Hayes in the Caretaker Era is in real life, like real life. We go outside and let go. You see USA Caretaker energy. Look, bro, it was like USA U23 versus Italy. Think about it. All the inexperienced, undercapped players, barely in domestic season players. So it's like, what the hell? Like, I just can't believe it, really, though. Like, Nia Official got more, like, minutes under her belt than some of these archetypes out here. You know what I'm saying? But she hurt. But we're going to read a couple articles of some energies Emma did call up when she was introduced, obviously. And then what we have filtered now is younger players, easy, more controllable. And it's, like I said, it's like, ooh, seeing it in that aspect, and not even like in the way that I get to. We don't even get to appreciate the youth now. It's like that's what's fucked up because they already got their own storylines already mapped out. You can actually see their storylines. Especially for the non-melanated ones. You know what I'm saying? You're like, oh man, so they don't even want you to be an individual. Obviously, it's about control. Obviously, I mean, and that's in totality the ultimate goal. The more people they have the more people that they have under control in the system, the better influence they have over the collective. Does that make sense? So yeah, it's fucked up to see it happen to USA Women's National Team, but I mean, hey man, if you need a mirror, nigga, here it is, nigga. Here it is. Oh my god. Oh man. Oh my goodness. There's multiple articles. Well, there's a couple. I mean, USA won, right? We saw. Hey, I watched. I watched Jaden Shaw's goal, and did we see Kat Macario's goal? Yes, I think we did see it. So, obviously, we talked about Jaden Shaw. I guess we're gonna talk about her. A huge contract with Gotham. They wanted her essence. Obviously, you know that it's a hot commodity around the women's football global realm. Like, their people are paying big bucks for archetypes like Shaw, and her Shaw hasn't even technically. She in my like we can actually look at what Jaden, we may have to do a decode on you because it's like, now you're with Gotham, you score a goal, fabulous goal. I feel like you could probably score consistently, easy inside the foot. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like both goals from Kat and Jaden were, timely calculated. Like this team is intuitive, obviously, very technical, um, but but they're the younger ones. So it's like, what are our elder technical players actually look like? And they're out there, but we got a great bunch of, they're all, you can all see they're on one accord based upon how I saw them play yesterday. Um, and I enjoy the way they play. Right, they play really nice, but they not really free now, nigga. See, the image is beautiful. Then we get blinded by the images. It's like, then that's how they put you to sleep in football because it's like, well, they're winning and they play good. That's how they rock you to sleep. And then we ain't buying it. We're in a caretaker era. They dismantled the triple espressos. Nigga, Trinity Robin not even here. Trinity Robin was supposed to, if the commissioner was gonna fight, which they're not, obviously. Trinity Robin would have won the finals. Probably would have been finals MVP. We would have had her in this match. She would have already been re-signed with Washington. But that's the timeline I think about Trinity Robin. That's what I had that could have happened. That's what we were saying. Like if that's why we were like the DC Power bid was so monuous because I didn't even know Rodman was in the final again to help our team win. And like I said, but back on Jaden Shaw, she, you know, it was nice to see her play. Like I told her. I think we all talked about it. It's like when you look at the team, you look at who needs to be influenced, who needs to actually influence, or who needs to make them the moments count the most, obviously. But just for us as the observers, because we actually do need to see what type of archetype Jaden is behind, like in front of us, because we don't get to see her behind the scenes like they do. If you watch her domestically, you actually understand her a lot more. Um, but when it comes to America, even more eyes watch America as well, right? So we actually do need to see what type of expression we get from these archetypes when they do play for America. Um, Especially girls like Jake Shaw. Because they paid so much money for her to go to Gotham. And Gotham, to me, like I said, they're not authentic. It is what it is. I mean, they got international talent, so it's not theirs. It's foreign. So, and then you buying big name, you buying the Jaden Shaws. Who else you got out there? I don't even know who y'all got out there. Gotham. Y'all need to do better. Y'all could have like y'all won. You've won. Gotham's collected lots of trophies artificially. They got the CONCACAF Champions Cup over Tigres. That's cap. They what? Then they just win the league title. Nigga, they created a super team that flopped because what? How you gonna have a super team like with Emily Sonnet, bro? That's not a super team, bro. That's cap. That's cap, bro. Like what? I mean, nah, fam. There's no way it works. And it was Roosevelt, Tiana Davidson, Emily Sonnet, and Crystal Dunn, right? That was a super team. What happened? That shit, I mean, who's still there? Anyways, and who's actively influencing the team? They won the title, but what did that super team influence? Crystal Dunn not even there, so it's already written up. But yeah, back on Jane Shaw and NWSL's she plays for Gotham. So this is the energy I have to talk. I'm like, oh, I don't like Gotham. I don't like Gotham. Obviously, I got beef with the coach. Man, that nigga was my head coach. That nigga, what? Not my head coach. That nigga was Houston's head coach. Gemini Archetype. See, he moved. He see how you say that nigga was tape. He was like, man, he caca. Yeah, I'm gonna help Houston. You know what I'm saying? It's this little, damn Gemini. Then hopped himself all the way to Gotham. And like I said, for what? Think about it. Like, for what though? Just for the money, yo. Just for the money. Because now it's like the energy that I'm getting, it's like, y'all selling all y'all best talent. Y'all lucky y'all signed Jaden. Because like a lot of teams, they selling Alyssa Thompsons for some weird reasons. Freaking Barbara Olivieri's. But at least Barbara's still gonna be in the league with Boston. But I'm just like, yo, you actually gotta identify your talent. Because you're gonna have to start building your team around that talent. Because especially how NWSL's moving, some of these other leagues, they're not scouting for talent; they're scouting for image, and it's it's going to put them behind. Obviously, those are going to be the artificial teams as we continue to identify them. Obviously, but they're in. We got like hidden. We have ops in the organic teams, like Lyon is the biggest one. They have Michelle Kang and Jonathan. With Diani, Marie, Shadwinga, DeVornay, Wendy Renard. Oh my God, I bet Wendy's like, oh my Lord. Wendy's like, I bet Wendy Renard probably like, what the hell? What happened to my football club? Real shit. And I'm glad that she's still there though. So she's holding it down for the collector over there in France. Because like I said, Wendy didn't even get called up internationally. I believe I don't think she retired. Did Wendy Renard come out and say she's retired? So why is she getting called up to the national team, nigga? Like I don't understand. Do they not know who she is? Like come on now. See, it's cap, bro. It's cap. When it talks about wisdom and knowledge to the younger players and just pure experience playing football. You need these archetypes. And like I said, when you just like disrespect them, you're like, damn, these niggas don't know what they think about. So your whole resume is capped based upon you not appreciating the energies, the archetypes that you actually have out here in the collective to choose from, and you choose to differ. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we standing on principle energetically, like everybody. Like so, like we're not looking at the surface anymore. Obviously, we're in the age of Aquarius. We're looking at the information. Look, we looking at the statistics. We're looking like, damn, so this team is undercapped. So U23, U20, like, and not just playing style, it's just age-wise. Because they don't play like 23-year-olds. Obviously, not all of them are the same age. They don't play like that. Obviously, they're very high intellect. And like lots of Gemini energy. You got lots of Gemini energy. Germa, Haran, Gemini. Germa, Haran, of course, Trinity Rodman when she is playing. But mainly your backline with Germa is Gemini. Haran gets to be in the midfield. She's another Gemini. So their influence is heavy in the realm. In Emma's tactics, right? So we're gonna be thinking a lot. We're gonna be thinking. You see us thinking out here. But overall, Jaden, you scored your goal. You need to, keep it up. I'm happy for you. Obviously, I want you to do well. She's already a generational curse breaker, obviously. But yeah, you gotta watch Jaden, because it's like, if this awakens something within her, or even more, like, they are going into like what, rest, right? I don't know when the season starts, but it's good for Jaden to close that in the Matrix holiday at the end of the year. You know what I'm saying? It's good for Jaden to get a goal. Cat Macario has been consistently scoring for America, so that's something that she does. I just feel like Cat Macario is just a very great player compared to all the American players that we currently have on the team. Like, duh. I mean, it's just so obvious. We have undercapped players, and then we have Cat Macario, and then we have, like I said, even with Jaden Shaw, she's still very undercapped. So when you compare the comparison to the, like, you have like 5 starters, and the rest are, we gotta give you a cap, and that's not America. That's not America. And then Italy out here still can't score. Come on, Italy. Y'all still can't score. Lord have mercy. They can't figure it out. So America did get lucky. Let's I guess I'll read now. Read a little something. Also, y'all remember when Casey Kruger told us, Emma Hayes says, you're not a part of the club no more, or you're not a part of the team? I wish I was able to read more on this. I didn't have time to. Casey Kruger indicates she won't be a part of USA's women's national team future, and this was earlier this year, in February, as you can see. And this is the brief one we can see right here. It says, Washington Spirit and U.S. Women's National Team defender Casey Kruger recently suggested that she will no longer be part of the U.S. player pool. And that pool of the U.S. player pool, a lot of those archetypes got called up. Like I said, you know what? You know the main reason Emma wanted to combine the youth with the elder group is just because they're all the same. They're all the same. You know what I'm saying? They're all the same age, damn near. So it's a bigger group that she can control, and they'll already have her principles and virtues as they continue to get older. Like what Emma said, if I do I'm gonna get successful, and so that's the type of rhetoric they want, especially if they get good enough to be in national team. But mainly, just to be walking in that controllable energy. You know what I'm saying? Not thinking for self, not self-aware. Out here just not knowing yourself. Not knowing yourself. But Kruger said it on Monday's episode of Hayes Spirits that she had a conversation with head coach Emma Hayes that wasn't necessarily the one I wanted to have. Now, I know she doesn't really indicate what more, like, she would definitely goes more into detail here, but we already know Casey Kruger said Emma told her she's not a part of future. That's crazy. I was looking at some of these this past article too, you know what I'm saying? When it comes to, this was earlier this year, someone says 2025 She Believes Cup USA women's roster announced. Still no triple espressos. Like I said, they were dismantled. Uncapped players include Michelle Cooper. We didn't see Michelle Cooper. We have Claire Hutton, Tara, and Giselle Thompson. Like I said, where's Baby Thompson at? Baby Thompson? Like, what the hell? She's great. Y'all not giving Baby Thompson an opportunity for America? Is she hurt? That'd be the only excuse, nigga. So obviously Jane Campbell for the She Believes Cup that was hosted in Houston, I believe. But like I said, having a goalkeeper like Jane Campbell is fine. She fits your image, but by default, And then she's just experienced as well. But the thing about Jane, she brings authenticity, Aquarian energy, and then like I said, you got a very uncapped. Let's see what these it says uncapped is the star, right? And this was in 2025, right? And when's the next major tournament? 2027 World Cup? Like America. Oh my goodness. Like America's like England now, all storyline driven. It's crazy the 360, the turnaround from the turnaround, because all this is through the Caretaker timeline. Like the Triple Espressos was like, hey, this Emma came to the team. Well, how many matches did she have? Damn near none. So she didn't really know the team like that. She couldn't really get a stronghold of them like that. But you know what happened? They still fucking won that bitch. You know what I'm saying? And who scored? The Triple Espressos. Exactly. So I always remember that Emma, her first 5 matches, she didn't really she probably got to know the team, whatever. But still, the Triple Espressos, self-proclaimed now, you know, they did their job. And instead of, obviously, America, USA Soccer, in of itself, going with, or the system going with the Triple Espressos and adding more archetypes around them here in the Sheba League. Like you see the players of the Sheba League Cup. Instead of adding more players around them, 2 got pregnant, and one got them. We're talking about Trinity Rodman. One got to the final, but had very it was a injury. You know, she faced injuries, so she wasn't truly healthy. And she's and Trinity Rodman is still a young player too. She's a part of this U23 team. You know what I mean? When you call it USA team. This is our senior team. Our senior team is not senior at all. Our senior team is not senior at all. And like I said, it's in front of your face. Our senior team, USA Women's National Team, is not senior. There ain't nothing senior about this. What the hell am I watching? What are we watching? This is crazy. I can't believe we've been hoodwinked and bamboozled. Man, Emma could have done so much better. Like I said, we could have had so much better. So much better. But now we got so Chiana Davidson, like I said, she's not good, bro. She's a system player. She's not even playing. And Crystal Dunn, obviously, the GOAT. There's only one Crystal Dunn, Ninja. Emily Fox, I already told you, she should have never left to England. She was a better player in America. Obviously. Tara. Shit. She's another system player. Jenna. Actually, it's good. She should have never went to fucking Arsenal either. Like, I didn't even see Jenna and Emily Fox. Who's playing over there for Arsenal fullback wise? Is it Emily Fox and Jenna? Are they both having minutes? Jenna should have. But like I said, what team was Jenna on? Gotham. Emily Sams. Now her currency, you know, she got that Abby Wambach vibe. You know what I'm saying? Emily Sams, but she's a part of Orlando, right? In the Barbara Banda currency. Emily Sonnet, obviously, cap. Baby Thompson, Giselle Thompson, Alyssa Thompson's younger sister. I mean, she's already great. It's you know, she's only gonna get better. Corbin Albert, the biggest industry plant that we have. Like, I don't know, Corbin's connected to the high ups. She's connected to the high ups because she's getting paid to play football with fucking Diani, nigga, Marie, Shadwinga, Wendy Renard, but nigga, this is crazy. Like, what world is she living in, nigga? Like, she's getting to play with all these ballers, nigga, and it's Corbin Albert, nigga. It's like, what? Who? Is she with America? How did she even sign her? How did Leon sign her? The 4K, the disrespect. Like I said, the disrespect. Leon's image went down when they signed Corbin Albert, but it doesn't matter. Michelle Kane got it. You know what I mean? So it's wicked work, bro. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. You see what I'm seeing? Anyways, Sam, because like I said, aren't people like did we forget Leon's history? Like Leon attracted all the best players in the world. Now y'all attracting Corbin Alberts? Hold on now, nigga. This is crazy. I'm just saying. Who is that? Sam Coffey. Remember, because she sells PR, right? She's PR. So she's selling. Sam Coffey, I mean, like I said, it's cap. I mean, Lindsay Heaps, Lindsay Herard. Hey, shout out to the Gemini gang. I mean, what do you want me to say? I mean, she don't even play in America no more. She's like, man, I've been out of here. Claire Hutton, we fuck with we like Claire. Claire is quiet, nigga. We don't hear nothing. She just do her job. She out here, the bruiser archetype. She don't say shit. She out the way, nigga. I ain't go. You hear anything from Claire? Nah, nigga, we ain't hear nothing from her. Nigga, I ain't never heard her talk. I probably heard her talk, but nigga, she don't say nothing. She quiet. She like she peeping the scene. Jaden Shaw, obviously, I mean, the melanated ones are never not going to go unsurveillanced, obviously. You know what I'm saying? We always out there. Oh. Well, Jaden just scored. Shout out to you, Jaden. You know what I mean? Happy for you, girl. And then we got, Lily Johannes. Hey, she's another big Jimmy. I think I was watching Telemundo actually interviewed Emily Fox, Olivia Monteiro, and of course Lily. And I actually got to try to listen to all three of them, and obviously all their personalities are different. Olivia, bro, she's lit, bro. I like Olivia, and Olivia's a real ninja, like real talk in spirit. Lily's very, I mean, she's zen, bro. I don't know. She's future Gemini, bro. She's like Nitha, but like on like astronomical levels, but in the realm of football. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, she's a mirror, dual national citizen ninja. You know what I'm saying? But in the way she plays football, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, Lynn Williams, but she's a married woman now. And a mama now, I believe. Yeah, so Lynn was getting lots of minutes, which was cool. And now I start to think, I'm like, oh man, now it makes me think about our elders that we actually had before we got this baby USA team. I'm like, damn, I actually miss our older players. Oh my god, damn son. Like I miss our identity because I don't like when I look at America now. I see Emma's identity. I don't see our America identity. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, ugh, this is not what I signed up for. Michelle Cooper, obviously she didn't get called up either. I don't know. Is it they went too far in the playoffs? Did Michelle Cooper get hurt? Why isn't she involved? Was she on the bench? Did we see Michelle? Did y'all see Michelle? I don't know. Kat Macario. Obviously, she's really connected to Emma. Played for her after went Lyon. See, a dual national, and we're gonna really tap into these dual nationals because they're heavy in America now. They're a key influential archetype, a key influential mirror back to us for a reason. Why we got so many dual nationals, melanated players? Like, think about it. No, I think about it. I'm like, hold on. This is like the most dual national melanated players America has ever had. It is for a reason. So do they need that in a caretaker timeline when building infrastructure? Because it's like, because like I said, obviously these archetypes are one in a million. Like how you get a Brazilian American and it's just Kat Macario. They're like, what the fuck? I'm sorry. Do we have another Brazilian American? Because they need to come forward, nigga. Like real talk. Like stop playing. Y'all need to come out the bushes. All right. Do we have another Dutch American that plays like Lily? Like, do we? Y'all need to come out the bushes. Stop playing. Because the dual nationals are here. Like, are they here to take over for America? Like, so we, and so now it's like, it's for a reason. And like I said, now we got let me continue. Kat Macario. All right. Shout out to Kat Macario. She scored. I ain't got nothing against Kat. She's a great player. I mean, I'm glad she chose the American flag, obviously. Brazil would have loved her, though. She would be, I mean, shit. What would Kat Macario be if she was a Brazilian player? Nigga, Brazil would have, oh my God. Having Caroline, Kat Macario, Jennifer, ARY, fucking Bia, fucking Derbina, fucking Martha, nigga, like Brazil would be amazing. But she chose the American flag. Anyways, look, Brazil, do better, Brazil. Come on, y'all should have nabbed Kat Macario. And that's another thing. Lily, like I said, Kat Macario's team actually now, when I think about it, is like if she was with this Brazil team now that's been to host the World Cup, I definitely think they would have cooked. But Lily, her team, the Dutch team, oh hell no, I wouldn't want to go. Like, even though I made a video talking about she should have went, like it would have been cool if she went because it would have just been like, oh my God. Because she was already playing in the Netherlands And like I said, she's from them. I mean, damn, she would be there. She would be Lily Johannes, but for the Dutch, nigga. But for the Dutch. And she would hands down be like one of the. We would talk about her like she's like one of the best midfielders ever Dutch ever had. Nigga, she is one. She's like what 20? Not even 20. 18. Well, how old is she? I don't even think she's in her 20s. But yeah. Let me keep going now. Yasmin Ryan, our girl Yasmin. Now Yasmin, obviously through the college system, she's cool. Like when I, watching her with Houston, you get to see a lot more of her. Obviously, her ability. Unfortunately, our head coach is has no ground. Like, what the fuck? Who is this nigga? Really, he fresh off the street. What? Listen, when I read DC Power's head coach background and all the teams and jobs that this archetype this person had, when you even probably just look at oh boys, it wouldn't stand. This is one head coach and this is one head coach in one's women's league, and this is another head coach in another women's league, and it shows the character of your league, your coach, right? And in America, obviously, their coaches. How many niggas did y'all fire in this season? Huh? We had a whole series on the purge, nigga. We had the purge NWSL coaches, nigga. It got that serious, nigga. Y'all, it got that serious. You had people, the coaches. You had players coming out talking about this, that, and the other lawsuits, nigga. All types of stuff from NWSL. I mean, we first time ever. We had this is a stat that the commissioner would like. It's the first time ever we had an expansion team get dock points or even dock points ever. Have we had any other football club get dock points? Think about that. And it happened to be an expansion team? Like, dang, what y'all was doing in the dark round? Like, how? Like, come on. Y'all kidding. You know what I mean? How did that happen? Okay, but Yasmin Ryan, back to Yasmin. I think her history was she got drafted with Portland already, so that's that Paul Riley energy. Oh God. And then you got Gotham. It's like, ooh, manufactured Gotham, and now she's with Houston. And it's like, so she's been under surveillance probably, but I think when she got drafted with Portland, it's like, where did Yasmin Ryan go like in college? Like, who was she back in the day? Because it's like, how did she go to Portland? When you think about, what did Portland, see in her? Because, like, when I see in her, she's technical, but I just think that we don't play her as a number 9. We play her out wide, obviously. But this coach, like I said, he don't know what he's doing. So we don't get to see the expression. Like I said, Portland probably played Yasmin Ryan out wide. Gotham played Yasmin Ryan out wide. Why is Houston making her a forward? Like straight up number 9. Trying to convert everyone into a Sophia. They're trying to make everyone a Sophia Wilson. There's only one. Listen. Yeah, Sophia Wilson, like I said, she's a way better. Obviously, she could score just as much as Alex Morgan. She would have scored just as much as Alex Morgan if she didn't get pregnant. But just in general, I mean, like I said, Wilson, athletic, pacey, strong forward. Her shots were incredible from distance. She was that girl. Mal Swanson, obviously that girl too. But she was a rebel. She Taurus gang. She don't take no bullshit. And of course, you got the Gemini fucking Trinity Robin, nigga. They just couldn't do it. They're like, oh hell no, this is not gonna work. How are we gonna get through to these ninjas? And you isn't, and you wasn't. And that's why I was like, oh yeah, we're gonna have to sit y'all down. So I don't know how the pregnancy suggestion came through, but it succeeded. Emma Sears, obviously. Emma's story is kind of low. She's like a wounded warrior archetype. I feel bad for Emma. Having the same name as a head coach is unfortunate. But then like her story is kind of like sad too. It's like Ninja wanted to quit football. And she's a cool archetype. I like Sears I like watching her for racing when we did tap in, sometimes. Influential archetype. She's pacey, she's tall, she's, she's committed, you know what I mean? But I think I think Emma she definitely see through the BS. I think Emma sees through the BS. I think she has to. Emma Sears, I mean. And then we got Ali Setnor, aka Baby Amy Rodriguez. This is Ali Setnor's Amy Rodriguez. Can y'all believe that? Like, literally. Literally. Like, literally. Literally. Nigga, like, of all archetypes, y'all want another Amy Rodriguez archetype? And who drafted her? Amy Rodriguez. Amy Rodriguez drafted her own archetype. And then America was like, well, okay, fine, we'll call her up too. But then y'all fired Amy. It would have been different if y'all didn't fire Amy and Ali Setnor was still with Utah, but y'all sold her to Kansas City. But it would have been different if y'all kept Amy at Utah and she actually got to teach her archetype. Like, she actually got to coach Ali Setnor. And she would have scored so many goals too. And this actually would have been a more authentic storyline for us to actually observe Ali Setnor, even if she did get called up to the national team. But it's like we have Amy Rodriguez behind her because Amy Rodriguez is the GOAT too. Amy cool archetype. So it would have been more cool that way. But they fucked all that up. They fired Amy. Sold Ali. How you gonna sell your best player to the ops? Kansas City. What does Kansas City give you? Make no sense, Utah. You're not building a football club. You selling your best piece. Same with freaking Alyssa Thompson. Y'all selling y'all best jewel. It don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. I don't know what they got going on. I don't know how these people are playing football. What kind of football are they playing? What is this? You sell your best player to a team that has a football money behind you. Nigga, you sold Ali Setnor to the Mahomes. Nigga, like what? I would never. See, they're not playing football right. They're not playing football right. Obviously, they're not playing football at all. Clearly, you see that, right? They're not playing football at all. They not. They playing PR, nigga. Who got the best? Oh, your girl get a lot of attention. Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, but you just see some of the archetypes that we have. We had a whole storyline to all of them. You know what I'm saying? I'm very connected to the ladies. Let's see. With her first She Believes Cubs roster. So this was Emma's first roster. You don't even see none of these ninjas here no more. Emma quickly dismantled all this. So of course this was February 14th. So who's technically still here? I think Emily Fox was here. Emily Sams. I think Emily Sonnet, right? So that's 1, 2, 3. I'm just looking at this. I'm just thinking about the starting lineup. I think Sam Coffey was here, Keeps was here, Claire was here, Jaden was here, Lily, damn near all the midfield besides Corporal. And then you got what? Alyssa Thompson, Sears, I think it was Kat Macario. I'm not sure if Cooper and all of them were there, but yeah. Once again, for Robin, official reasons, she's still, even in February, Robin was fucking hurt. Goodness Lord. Couldn't get called up in February because she was hurt. So how many matches did Trinity Robin play for the national team? Huh? Really though. Okay, let's see some stats here. It says, thus it is not really a surprise that Hayes has selected a relatively inexperienced squad. Especially after her roster for the last 2 international windows, the U.S. Women's National Team 23-player roster has just 6 players with 60 or more. And that's honestly crazy. Let me continue to read again. The USA Women's National Team 23-player roster just has 6 players with 60 or more USA Women's National Team caps, while the remaining 17 all have 30 or less caps, and 10 of those 17 players have. Okay, then we get another stat. It says that with 10 of those 17 players having 4 or less caps. So 10 players with 4 or less cap compared to our 6 players, obviously with 60 or more, and then we have the in between, right? So we have the 10 and the 6. That's 16. Let's do the math. So I was like, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. What is that? 6 more players? So the 6 more players in between? And they're just in between. So already the veterans are getting outnumbered. The veterans are getting outnumbered. And then when your veterans are fucking Emily Sonnets, you're like, hold on now, Ninja. This is cat. I'm just saying, like, this is crazy. It'd be different if your veteran was Crystal Dunn, nigga. Nigga, if your veteran was Jane Campbell. Even though Jane Campbell has less caps internationally, she has one of the most caps domestically, Ninja. And like I said, the disrespect to not call Jane Campbell up consistently when she is one of the best goalkeepers America has produced. She is, hands down. She was goalkeeper of the year, nigga. She just played for Houston Dash and she holds it down, nigga. Y'all don't like it. I don't understand. We got one of the best goalkeepers. Nigga, she 85 FIFA rated, nigga. She one of the top goalkeepers in the game, nigga. You gotta sign Jane. She say everything. For real talk. It's the disrespect. It's the disrespect. I just don't get it. So already getting outweighed by the 4 or less cap 10 players is crazy. And then we got the in-betweeners. And then we got 6. This was in February 14th. Now what do we have? We probably got like 2 to 3 players that have over 60 caps. And then 15 to 17 players that have like 10 or less caps now, because the year has gone on. They got some more caps. It's over 5, but it's still, you can still count them on your hands, Ninja type shit. Like, this is crazy. Oh my goodness. It's kind of funny, but it's like, damn, it's fucked up because this is America with 4 stars, nigga. And like I said, this is preventing our ascension, obviously, in the realm of football. Someone's gonna win the World Cup, and it ain't gonna be America. If we had the triple espressos coming in, it's like I said, we need a miracle. We need everyone to come back post baby. All right, I'm ready to play. If not, we cooked. It is what it is. This America team ain't gonna do it. It's not gonna do it. Like I said, everyone got next year to identify more archetypes, to add people, get healthy shit. And America over here trying to make sure everyone understands the agenda and PR with Emma. And they gotta survive another NWSL season. And then, okay, what's it? Right here. So this is crazy. Ain't no telling. So this was in February, y'all. This inexperienced squad was in February. She was calling up 10 players. Well, she had 10 players in the 23 with less than 4 caps. But only 6. Like, it can't be more than, it's like you trying to tell me America. So that's the thing. It's like, okay, and that's Emma just calling up ninjas. Obviously, if you're Emma, you're like, I'm not really watching America like that. I really don't know who has more caps and who don't. But this is in February, and this is her first call up. So she didn't get any insight from the prior coaching, or she got that insight. And the insight was, I'm here to take care, nigga. I'm here to get these youngins in hand. Like I said, I'm here to take care. Let me call up the best ones. That's why they had that futures camp, nigga. That futures camp, oh yeah, that was tea. I'm telling you, it was tea. 5 players who earned their first caps in October or November 2024 were called up Orlando Pride Emily Sams, aka Abby Wambach. Vibes. And we got goalkeeper Mandy, Houston Dash, forward Yasmin. And man, I'm glad Houston played for an archetype like Yasmin, because it's like, yeah, she fits the demographic background, obviously. And I feel like she probably more safer over here. She might not win, but she already has championships, you know what I'm saying? But we definitely need her archetype on Houston, just to challenge like opposition. Just a challenge on the football field. Her having a pacey, technical striker or a wide player is very key. It's very needed because there's a lot of them, and not just in America. There's a lot of them in the world that you see right now. So I'm glad Houston paid big money for her to come stay. And she fits, and it's all timeline changing. You know what I'm saying? It was the timeline maybe for Yasmin. She's already NWSL champion for 2 clubs. Nigga, what does she got to lose coming to play for Houston? A whole bunch of ninjas is over there. You know what I'm saying? She'll fit right in. Racing Louisville, obviously with Emma Sears. Shout out to Racing. And like I said, was Emma there when that nigga Holly was there? That creep that was bringing players to his crib and touching them while they were watching film. And what he say? He would touch her every time she made a mistake. I think that's what she said in the article. Huh? Was Emma there during that time? Because I want to say that would make me want to quit too. But like it makes me wonder. Like Emma's seen some shit, huh? Ain't no telling. Like she's seen some shit where she wanted to really quit football. What you think? Because it's like, is it something that they're seeing in the realm of football, or is this really something outside of the football game? You know what I'm saying? And then Ali said no. We ain't see Ali. Okay, so here's some more uncapped players. One of the other players in the roster earned her first cap, and that's what's crazy. Lily Johannes just kind of like came out of nowhere. Like, was she? She was playing in Ajax. Like, has she ever been to America? I'm playing. I'm kidding. Like, was she raised? Like, where was she really? Where was she raised? Because it's like, Lily, did she ever even come to America? How is she a dual citizen again? Because some of their vibes don't, and that's the other thing about their vibes. Their vibes don't scream, "Oh, I'm from America." It screams, I'm a dual national citizen, nigga." And we don't really, I'm glad too. I'm glad they're dual citizens. Because, like I said, being just a full-blooded American, oh my goodness, the trauma, nigga. You just don't know. The brainwash, the rhetoric, the ideology. It is ludicrous. Let me see. Shout out to Baby Thompson, Cat Macario. So like so here's the OGs that they had, or we had. They don't want the sister game. All right, sisters. Once again, the only player returning from an extended absence is Chelsea midfield forward Cat Macario. Remember, who was back for the first time since June 2024. Macario was originally named to the U.S. Olympic roster, but was withdrawn due to an issue with her right knee. And that was all cap. They set her down. They were like, nah, America with Cap Macario and the now Triple Espresso. See, we never got to see them play. And it was for a reason. Man, I've been going in. Once again, with the retirement of Alex Morgan, yeah, Alex should have been stopped playing. Nigga, she wasn't given. She was just padding her stats. Obviously, Crystal had to work. She was defensive. Nigga, Emily Sana just for the ride, nigga. We got Lynn. Lynn, Pacey forward, striker. Yeah, man. Eve Giattino, she's another insider. She got people higher up, like Corbin somehow. Casey Kruger, she not involved. Alyssa Mollison, she get called up. Kyle Heshford, she not outbeating Claire Hutton right now. She gotta outbeat her. All right. Savvy King, they had Savvy King collapse on the pitch. That's crazy. I don't know who this Hannah is. Savvy King, she not getting called up, Emma. She literally. All right, Emma. All right. Speaking of Emma, I think I talked enough, huh? Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let's hear from Emma herself, huh? Let's go. All right. Let me so right here. All right. Okay. Let's hear.
Wait if you have a question. Wait if you have a question. We'll take questions for Emma. I think we're up front here first. We'll go boom, boom, boom. You guys can pass it.
Hi, Emma.
Hey.
One of my favorite metaphors of yours this year was after the second Brazil game, I think, in San Jose, where you said, I'm going to paraphrase, that you wanted to put players into the frying pan and see who could handle the heat. If we're to extend that metaphor and presume that whatever meal was being cooked in that frying pan is complete, now that we're at the end of the year, how has the meal sort of turned out? Who was able to handle the heat? What was the heat, especially in the latter half of the year since you said that?
All right, now stroking Emma's ego. Oh, straight out the gate, glazing Emma. Ooh, glazing. Ooh, Emma, this is wicked. Nigga, Emma is cooking. Ooh, Emma is cooking. Oh, how's the heat, Emma? Ooh, oh, no, ninja, this is crazy. Oh, shit, nigga, we just started, nigga, we just started. The Caretaker Era. Oh, Lord, have mercy. Nigga, don't make yourself so obvious, nigga. Stop fangirling. Calm down. Nigga, you see Emma trying not to get all excited, nigga, over here. She's like, ooh. All right, first of all, what the fuck metaphor she talking about? And like, yeah, the ladies do play nice. They do. They do. And that's good for them. That's what we should always get, proper football. That's a mirror that should be by default, not something that's artificially constructed. That should be something that we should all see. All football teams should play really well together, intuitively, with chemistry. But like I said, you can play like that, but then you have a whole agenda over this shit, nigga. This is cap. Nigga, there's a whole agenda over this timeline, and it ain't what it is. So our football gonna be beautiful, but everything else, nigga, we not winning. If our triple espressos don't come back, I already telling you, we're not winning no World Cup. Especially not in no damn Brazil. Oh, hell no.
Well, I think first of all, still cooking. And it's a little bit, if I think about it, being a nice winter dish and a nice, like, slow cooked stew, and gets better with more time it's on the heat, certainly gets more tender. I think when I watch our team play, I think you're starting to see the maturity in the performances. And look, it's not easy when you make changes, but one of the things we do in training with the limited time we have is by the second half, that back four had trained together all week. So as much as it feels like, oh, there's all these broken connections, we try and be intentional in how we organise players. But I'm very much about coaching every one of our 26 players to play as us, always. And I focus on that. And, of course, we organise our team to set up against opponents and spaces we want to exploit. But camp always dominates developing our game style. And I think when you watch it, for so many players to come in, and if you look at different parts of that menu, whether it's attacking, defending, transition, restarts, and all the elements that come in that, learning how to do all of those things and apply them is not an easy skill to do. But we're really experienced coaches. And I say that confidently, not in an arrogant way. I say it because learning how to deliver methodologically to people. I've got one of my players who played for me 20 odd years ago in this room.
Wow, hi.
So, hi, Mum. I mean, more than 20 years ago, I think, to be honest with you. But we've got a lot of experience of learning how to do that. And I think we are in a position to be able to deliver that insight to the players. And so it's the combination of those things, being good chefs and having really good produce. It's fair to say.
Pass it to me.
Nigga, they're all speaking in tongues, nigga. What kind of fucking language is this? Are we talking about football? Talking about, so she's talking about how she's weaponizing her experience at Chelsea, being able to groom younger players. Shit, nah, I'm playing. Being able, I think Emma coached like some U20s, right? Didn't she? She had to. She's a caretaker. Remember? Too many cooks in the kitchen. She talking about chefs and talking about cooks produce. Like I said, all the players. She talks about she talked about how the team looked mature. So our senior team is not senior. Our senior team is not senior. They're maturing. They got good ingredients. The methodology of whatever the rhetoric she's saying, like I said, Emma don't mirror Nita. Obviously. But mainly, it's about getting the other players in whip. You got your key pieces in Haran, Naomi Gurma, Kat Macario. You got your spine right there. You got Claire's solid. You know, you got some other archetypes that are solid. But like I said, bring a heavier hitter, a heavier team. New Zealand was a check off in the box. Bring a heavier team. That would get exposed easily. It's just about rocking the people to sleep. It's about rocking the people to sleep. And if you're not, like I say, if you're not buying into the cult, then you're just not seeing it right. Like, I'm not in the cult. I'm outside the cult. And if so, USA Women's Soccer have been walking hand in hand. Michelle Kang gave $50 million to U.S. Soccer. Emma Hayes pops up out of nowhere right before the scandal in Chelsea about to break. She didn't want to be attached to that. Emma Hayes, Chelsea team in scandal. She didn't want to be attached to that, but she is. Nigga, how you gonna flee right before the drama pop? Coming to this timeline, like I said, she could be talking about the triple espressos, how Mallory and Trinity and whoever else dominated. But now we're talking about, I think the maturity is here. You know what I'm saying? The chefs and ingredients, because she's testing them, see which ones can handle the heat. Remember, it's all about PR. Can you handle the? Can you polish yourself? Can you present yourself in the way that they want? Because they're not selling football; they're selling the image. U.S. Soccer ain't playing. They're not playing soccer no more. There's no. They feel like, well, we won everything already, obviously. So it's like, now they're like, oh, we can try some other things. They want to try a different formula with America, and so they need a face like Emma to make it work. And who's a face like Emma work on? Exactly. So why do you think a face like Nita, what she's doing, doesn't work on me? You know what I'm saying? But who does a face like Emma work on? Exactly. And that's who they talking to. Because if they weren't, nigga, we probably won't. Nigga. Just like maybe, I don't know how long it's going to take for us to get a black woman president. We're going to see how long it takes for NWSL to actually hire a black woman coach. USA Soccer to actually hire a black woman head coach. If it ever happens in our time. If it ever happens in the existence of USA Soccer. Huh? Yeah, we'll see. Nigga, will we see a black woman head coach for USA Soccer ever? They're probably like, oh hell no, that would never happen. Oh yeah, They didn't want no black woman president. Think they want a black woman head coach and all her principles and virtues on the team, but we've had plenty of white women head coaches, obviously. Some weren't liked by the team collectively, some were liked. But remember, when the women started football, it wasn't how it is right now. We couldn't have a caretaker era when the older generation were here, because they were just playing because they were playing because this is their livelihood, nigga. Now we got, these ladies, obviously, it's a different storyline, which is good. But then it's like, all right, that America that we used to have has changed, obviously, and now it doesn't represent America. It represents, it represents the white feminist America, and that doesn't represent Nita. That doesn't represent us. Like, it doesn't represent me. That's for sure. That's for sure. Even though I see Kat Macario, Germa, and Jaden Shaw. The overall energy is getting outweighed by the PR, by the clean cut answers and the secret, like how like I said, they play good, but why is it so good like that? Like sometimes it's like, this is not like just like they're just playing like out the blue. This seems more like, okay, y'all practiced this like 1,000 times. 1,000,000 quadruple times. You brainwashed it, embedded, encoded it into my DNA. Like, how many times did Jaden Shaw have to make that pass until Em was like, all right, I'm satisfied? Nigga, fuck around here.
Michelle.
Hey, I'm Michelle Coffin from the Miami Herald. We met a long time ago here in
Yeah,
Fort
I remember.
Lauderdale. I want to ask you about Lily at 18 years old, the vision that she has, the passes that she makes. What do you see in her, and how good can she be? I mean, she's doing this at 18.
I think what I've learned in all of this is you can't put a ceiling on anyone. So we won't do that. But she's 18, and all of the things that she has that are super strengths for her, we want to keep developing them. But at the same time, we've got to upskill her in the things that are going to be required for the top level. And I don't mean in possession of the ball, because when you play the best teams, you have to be able to recognise how to defend spaces and recognise the right moments to do certain things. And she's still learning that part of the game. That's why sometimes it's easier to play her a little bit higher in the 10 position, because there's different responsibilities than, say, playing as a double six defensively. So I still think there's room to grow in that. But she's a willing student, and she will watch tape all the time. And I think that's what will keep accelerating her learning, is her commitment to the growth of the areas that she needs to add to be a truly world-class player. Right now, she's a world-class prospect, and that there is a distinction because.
Hold on. Time out. Emma Hayes said Lily Johannes is a world-class prospect. I disagree. You ain't gonna speak that over Lily. And like I said, Lily's a willing student. Lily, like, did she just did Emma Hayes just say I'm a world-class prospect, nigga? I'm a world-class player. It's like Lily Johannes is better than most of America's midfielders right now on the current roster, right now in our senior team, right now. So what do you mean she's a world-class prospect, but she's on the senior team for the best team in the world, America? Like, you know what I'm saying? So you, what? Y'all we didn't even know Lily. She first was at Ajax doing her big one. Her genius, her magistry is just, it's just like Linda Salciero, the Colombian. Like, I just world class already. He just woke up like this. Lily was playing whenever, how old she was, wherever she was when she was playing. She just woke. Y'all just, and then y'all they're world class. In America, she's a world class prospect, but in us, she's world class already. See how they trying to just like, damn, that's how y'all see. Look, that's how they're training their mythology. That's how they're programming them. And like I said, it's a program. It's a caretaker timeline. They're gonna groom these players into how they want them to be publicly, especially after they. So everything, like I said, they're being conditioned at a young age. The next generation, the young pups, and it's disgusting. Honestly, it's outright disgusting. I can't believe this is our America team. And like I said, obviously they're hush hush about it. But I'll continue to say it. Like conditioning our women to be what? Like what type of you're not conditioning them to be free, to enjoy their game. You're conditioning them to obey and to be obedient to the system. Obviously, because I mean that's how you can control them. So it's very disrespectful to the game. Like I said, you say Lily Johannes is a world class prospect when she's better than damn near all your midfield players right now. You called up, okay, better. I'll say she's probably better than most of the midfielders in America right now on all the NWSL teams. Okay, I would say I would look at Liga MX. She's probably better than most of them in the world in Liga MX. I'm trying to think who else. The visible stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like she's probably one of the best. She's probably yeah. Like that's crazy to say that she's a prospect. And you get to see her every day. You're like, no, she's world class. She's second to that. Like I would put her with Ali Soto. Ali Soto's world class. Emma called her a world class prospect when she's been playing at age 15. Emma, were you playing at age 15? Now age 18. But like I said, they don't want the smoke.
Because that bar is really, really high if we want to become the best team in the world.
Thank you.
If we want to become the best team in the world, bro, we already have been the best team in the world before you, and we'll be after you. But like I said, we'll see how long Emma is actually here for. Really though, because how long would the system take to? Because it's like, how long will she need to be here to actually have the system take? And then do the players like how does Emma's system with the national team reflect into the players' domestic? Like, do they have to go to Emma type teams to be able to thrive and ascend, or can they go to like any club and be able to participate how they were? Like I said, this is not good for obviously anybody. They're in a caretaker timeline where you're being shaped and guided to do certain principles and virtues that benefit the system and don't benefit you in totality, and making you believe that it does. And like I said, we got dual nationals representing America doing it, and it's kind of like, damn, it's kind of like the diaspora wars. It's like, damn, y'all are masquerading as niggas. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, but y'all are niggas, and it's like, hold on now. And then it's like the caretaker timeline. It's like, oh shit. But like I said, that's all 3D war clashing with low vibrational linguistics, race, and all that shit. But then it's like, it doesn't. Representation matters. The imagery, the subconscious programming of this, of seeing archetypes operate in this certain structure, and how if we could subconsciously keep seeing it, what it does, and what it does when you see, like, okay, so you see a young girl watch Kat Macario in an Emma Hayes system, you see how she moves. Well, that girl's gonna mimic her, but Kat wasn't really being Kat. She was Kat Macario under Emma Hayes type. You know what I'm saying? And how that image will, you know what I mean? So it's like, damn, it gets deep. It gets deep.
Hi, Lizzie Bertrano from ESPN. I want to know what went through your mind during that first Cat goal. I mean, we saw your celebration and your awe, but I would love to know what went through your mind.
You know, probably tears. I've got so much love for that person. Like, we have a really special relationship because of what she's gone through. So our bond is really strong. I think when you recruit players to football clubs, like you go through quite a lot. So we've been through that together, but I've watched behind the scenes what she's had to endure. So I think my tears of pride, because
yeah, man, like I said, having Emma Hayes already coach Kat Macario, man, this is crazy. everyone's in the system. No one's free. No one's safe. Like if it was like, because you've seen Cat Macario score how many goals now already, not just for a national team. So it's like, dang, storyline. But yeah, tears, fake. Stop capping. They capping for the camp. It's PR. We're gonna get Emma Hayes is gonna give us our master. Is Emma Hayes gonna give us a master class of caretaker timeline, rhetoric, dialogue, infrastructure, building? You know what I'm saying? We're gonna see how they build the infrastructure of a caretaker timeline. We already seen what they've done. They taking out the elders. We see the stats and that. We're like, oh, okay, you know, you gotta play the players in certain archetypes. You gotta dismantle the triple espressos. And then we gotta make sure all our PR is in on the game. We gotta make sure everyone posts the articles we need to post. We got our people on the internet posting our rhetoric, and then ain't nobody here. There's only one person with anti-thought, and that's probably Nito. That's not like fuck. No one knows. No one else knows, but everybody knows. That's what's crazy about it. Everyone knows, just like everyone knew about Paul Riley. Right? It's not that severe, right? Or is it really? Because when you think about it, you know, it is these players' individual souls, timelines, deals that they're actually, you know, working with. These players have to put energy out here for 45, 90 minutes as a profession. They really are the like I said, when you really think about not lab rats, but really are they in that grind when it comes to playing sports.
That's the best level I've seen her since her injury. Like tonight, that was the best in terms of having her confidence back. So that's what I was celebrating. Was like she's got a little swagger back, and that matters to her. Not to me, because I always think she puts in great performances. But I saw tonight that there really is another level to her to go, in her words, not mine. And I think I know how she feels when she's in this environment, like she feels valued and seen and supported. And we say this a lot in our environment, like it's not difficult. Like if you put the person first, and we always do that, I think then you get the very best out of players. And so I get a lot of satisfaction out of that. And for her, I honestly, I know I say it about all of them, but I just love her to bits.
Thank you.
Let's go to Celia.
Hi, Emma.
Hey.
We're entering.
First, listen, they trying to switch up the energy. First, it was all, you know, how's the heat in the kitchen, fangirling, glossing, and then we're over here talking about how Cat has a sad story behind the scenes, nigga. Man, that's what it made it seem like. Damn, what the hell, Cat? What Cat Macario? What they doing to you over there, huh? Cat Macario's probably like, man, why didn't I not choose the Brazilian flag? She didn't even get to win the gold medal, nigga. Shit. She didn't even get to, she could have won a silver if she was Team Brazil, but she couldn't, shit. If she was with Team Brazil, she could have won gold, but damn near minimum of Brazil. She would have won silver, nigga. She ain't win shit, did she? I'm telling you, Cat going through it. She's like, damn, nigga, I'm over here sitting out when I could have been with Brazil, and I should have been with America. What the fuck? But y'all don't want to hear about it. Y'all don't want to hear that. Y'all don't want to really face the truth of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't really want it. Let's get some information right here, because this is what we're being mirrored, right? Okay, it's just this is what we're seeing. We just need to understand it and alchemize it and understand. You know what I'm saying? why the U.S. system prefers the dual nationals. Okay? Why the U.S. system prefers the dual nationals. Cat Macario, dual nationals. All right. Because they come preloaded with the things the system cannot produce on its own. The Federation subconsciously knows the U.S. development is broken. Robotic training doesn't create geniuses. The domestic system cannot grow a creative melanin archetype because unfortunately the melanated archetype in the work environment in America is feared when she's on her A game. You know what I'm saying? It's feared. But it doesn't make sense why she's feared. Because she hasn't done anything to anybody. Obviously, she's just existing. And she's existing on a level that is very good, right? And the system just can't have that. So they never have put in a system for that to develop and nurture that. Unfortunately, that's just the damn near truth of it. So therefore, we have to create our magic from within. But that's the truth of it, and it's fucked up, right? It's fucked up. It's really fucked up. NWSL clubs lack spiritual and cultural intelligence. Like I said, NWSL, the most toxic, most karmically depth league right now. Like, think about it. Like I said, y'all had a purge. Y'all had multiple coaches abusing players. Y'all had multiple coaches abusing women, and y'all knew about it. And these players are in this league. The players Emma's picking from, some of these young girls, they playing for coaches, or not playing for coaches. They're playing for teams that still have that energetic tie to them. You know what I'm saying? But some people don't want to. Y'all don't want to believe in that. Y'all don't want to believe in that shit like that. Remember, what you believe in other shit. Remember, the believing, you believe in it, then it becomes real, and that's the magic, which is crazy, right? You have to believe it there you see it, and you can't. If you don't believe it, you're not gonna see it. You have to believe it first, and that's what's crazy. But magical at the same time, because it's like, damn, you gotta. Let's talk about the dual nationals though, okay? Once again, the dual like Lily Johannes, she's a dual national. Once again, America couldn't cultivate a Lily Johannes. You're a Dutch American? But you play football in America? Ain't no way. Lily, you know what I mean? Like she could listen. She's not playing domestically in America, is she? No. We produced. You see what we've done? You see how we grow our melon. We had Trinity Rodman, who comes from obviously good genetics with her father, being an athlete. Unfortunately, she's suffering through injuries due to the system, obviously. And then we had the Mallory Swansons. Like we have a lot of them. Mallory Swanson, Sophia Smith, Jaden Shaw, Cooper, Yasmin Ryan. What's that girl? Joseph. She's coming through. A lot of attacking wide players. Emma Searson in there, but we have more. Okay, so why the U.S. system prefers dual nationals? Once again, the Federation subconsciously knows, because this is in America. This is America's infrastructure. America's infrastructure. You have to understand the architecture of these teams. What the teams are built upon. You understand the foundation that the teams are built upon. And then we're looking at the American system. As you all know, the American system is fucked. It's fucked, y'all. Y'all know it's fucked. If you're not in America, then you lucky, nigga. I'm just saying, you lucky. Why the U.S. system prefers dual nationals, nigga? Because the niggas that's here, we fuck. Okay, once again, they come with something that the system can't produce, right? Because they don't give us the leeway to produce the Lily Lohanis, the Cat Macario archetypes. In a way, a U.S. system development is broken. Obviously, they scout for PR instead of magic. robotic training doesn't create geniuses. Remember, these are white principles and virtues of how archetypes should perform in athletics, and especially women. And if they're women that they choose to platform are certain archetypes, they want them to appear and operate in a certain way, and that's a systematic way. You know what I'm saying? Makes sense? Okay. The domestic team, once again, can't grow melanated women. Niggas don't, we can't operate like this. Nigga, I need space. I need creativity, ho. So they recruit dual national girls who play with soul, play with memory, play with ancestry, play with vision, aren't physiological, aren't psychologically damaged by U.S. youth soccer. Our girls are traumatized in the fucking U.S. soccer. It's a cult. Like I said, it's fucked up. It's fucked up to start to see it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's built upon American principles and virtues. American principles and virtues are extraction. It exposes the truth. America cannot develop great melanated women. It can only borrow them when it comes to look, I said they dismantled our triple expressos. And think about it. How many actually black girls have we had on the team? We have a lot, but now they're gone. Now there's like they're gone now. It's like they're gone. Like all of a sudden, like we had like all three of them, and then all of a sudden they like vanished out the blue. They just went away. But here's the key on the dual nationals. There's a hidden agenda. We need to always remember because they don't play fair, obviously. The U.S. Federation loves dual citizens because they are less likely to challenge racism inside the U.S. system. They weren't raised in American racial politics. They don't come in with expectations of cultural protection. They adapt rather than challenge. Oh, like I said, they assimilate. So it kind of makes more sense when we talk about like the diaspora wars and cosplaying. And you can see how it benefits the system in that type of framework and that type of view, you know what I'm saying? And it's fucked up if you're not able to see that, because at the end of the day, it shouldn't even be like that. What the fuck is a dual national citizen in the realm of what the fuck is a dual national citizen? I thought we all live on the planet, you know what I'm saying? What is this type of this rhetoric we even talking about when it comes to dual nationals? Huh? We not one peoples. You're Mexican, I'm this. And that. That's the 3D, right? But anyways, in football, we break down how that energy is mirrored back to us. Oh my goodness. Once again, the dual nationals. The system loves the dual nationals because they're less likely to challenge inside us America system. They weren't raised in American racial politics, right? They got their own ancestry background. They not in America. All fucked up. They fuck us up over here. They don't come in with expectations of cultural protections. Like I said, they don't expect niggas to like for me, if you look like me, nigga, I gotta protect you. But if Germa don't expect the nigga to come out for her, some of these girls, they don't expect to people to back us. But I will. My only representation, girl. What the fuck you talking about? Girl, you the only one nigga, you doing it not just for you, but for me too, nigga. Like, why? All the dual nationals, all the melanated women are now dual nationals, so they're not one strictly. There's not like there's not like a Barbara Banda. They're not like a Shadowinga. All of them are all dual nationals now. They're gonna start recruiting only dual national melanated women because they're easier and they don't cut the edge. You know what I'm saying? See how they can fuck you up like that? But it's like, hold on now. Why is that? But does that only work in America? Does that only work in America? In a caretaker timeline? Does this only work? Huh? You got to start to understand what are we looking at? Does this only work if we have a caretaker timeline? We have the triple expressos dismantled. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But hey, once again, they are grateful for the opportunity. God damn it. They're grateful for the opportunity. They're grateful to be an American USA player. Instead of, damn, I'm the best American in the world, bitch. I'm the best American player here. What the fuck you talking about? They're dual citizens, and honestly, they would be. Look at the Cat Macario would be probably one of the best Brazilians as well in her league. If she decided to be to wear the Brazilian colors, and Lily would probably be the best freaking creative midfielder in her league too, and I mean her country too, if she wanted to be the Dutch. And also it says they stabilize the image. The Federation can claim diversity without empowering outspoken American-born Black women. That's why American-born melanated players are benched, rotated, underdeveloped, undermined, spiritually flattened, treated as athletes, not leaders, while dual nationals are fast-tracked. And like I said, it's like foreigners, that's how we're talking about, like foreigners getting a better opportunity, or the first opportunity over us because we know the system. We know the system. So we know how to get the best out the system. Y'all don't know the system like we know the system, nigga. Y'all don't know the system like we know the system, nigga. And they can't, and that's what they don't like. And but since y'all don't know the system and y'all like, oh, it's opportunities type shit ass niggas. But you know what I'm saying? See, and that's what's fucked up. Cause it's like, think about it. Brazil, Cat Macario was like, fuck. I could have been, like I said, they could have chose the Brazil flag. She could have chose the Brazil flag, said fuck America. Same with Lily. She could have chose fuck America, I'm going with Dutch. But did they take 2 jobs for our Black girls? Yeah. This is all by design. America is avoiding its own karma confrontation, outsourcing creativity, importing lineage power, sidestepping the wounds it caused Black players domestically. Instead of healing the system, they bypass it. They always run into the next fix. They don't want to heal, nigga. America in totality, and then we have to see it being mirrored to us through the realm of women's football, through AKA U.S. Women's National Team. What the fuck? America doesn't want to heal its wound, doesn't want to protect the melanated women that they do have. They're selling them to England. Like, we don't want to, even though they're doing that, like they sold Germa. We don't want her. She's a dual national. Take her. Germa, we don't want her. She's a dual national. Take her. You know what I'm saying? But we want Trinity Rodman. So that's why, but I still said why. But that's why I still say you still keep Alyssa Thompson in your league, nigga, even if she is a dual national. Well, we got Alyssa Thompson in America, nigga. Who cares? We got Germa in America. Who, like, you know what I'm saying? Even if they are doing it, I don't care. When I look at it in the realm of football, like, you know what I mean? But like I said, if we didn't have race and ethnicities and all this programming installed in our infrastructure, aka our mentalities, we wouldn't look at it like that. But yeah, like I said, this America team is not the OG. It's not this America team caretaker timeline. This is not America. We are watching a movie play out, nigga, and it's loading up Emma Hayes' caretaker timeline. We watching it in 4K. Everything being mirrored back to us. It's obvious. And we just gotta just ride the wave. And we're just like, so this is what y'all decided to do with America? Oh, okay, great. And then watch everybody else, I guess, get rocked to sleep. Oh, we're still good. Yeah, okay, talk about it. Hold on, this is a good one. Once again, the young squad is intentional and artificial. This is what I was telling AI. You nailed this. This isn't youth movement. This is control mechanism. Younger players are easier to shape, easier to silence, easier to brand, easier to emotionally manipulate, easier to keep docile, less likely to challenge a caretaker. Emma Hayes doesn't want a room full of established women, nigga. She don't want the smoke. She don't want the smoke, nigga. And y'all just gonna let this be? Look, y'all just gonna and that's like y'all not built the same. We are not built the same. We're not the same. So Emma Hayes, like I said, she don't want a room full of established women. She don't want her equals. She want little children. but not in that way, in a structural way. Anyways, Emma doesn't want a room full of established women with experiences, voices, traumas, boundaries, spiritual insight, demands, and power. She wants obedience, fresh clay, no memories of the old, no desire to rebel, no warriors in the room. This is why you cannot connect. You do not resonate with infantilization energy. What's infantilization? What is this? What is that? Okay, let's see. Infantilization energy describes a situation where a capable adult is treated as a child, either by others or by themselves, which can involve in patronizing or dismissive attitudes. This can manifest as being overprotective, having decisions made for them, or being spoken to in a condescending way that undermines their agency and self-worth. While it can be done with well-intentioned but misguided kindness, it is often used to maintain power or control and can lead to feelings of disrespect, loss of confidence, and damage to relationships. Once again, there's pros and cons, nigga. It can be often used to maintain power or control and can lead to feelings of disrespect, loss of confidence. That's what I said. She told Lily Johannes, you're not a world-class player. You're a world-class prospect. What's the difference, nigga? She world-class, nigga. Fuck around here. Even the elders, they did keep our safe. Lily, who is it? You see, well, the last thing we heard from Lindsay Horan after she called the people stupid, I don't think we heard anything else from Lindsay. Lindsay said y'all niggas was stupid, and she wasn't right, and she wasn't lying. Y'all niggas, are y'all being rocked to sleep by Emma? I don't think y'all being rocked to sleep. I think y'all not. I think I'm shouting pretty loud in the room. Or I don't really think I'm shouting. I'm just bringing facts. We bringing facts. We bringing. I mean, we're bringing facts. Definitely. Like America's still winning. It's not like anything's different, right? 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 Right. So even the elders they kept were safe. Lynn was safe. Lynn Williams, Lynn Valero, she's safe. I don't think Lynn ever outspoken anything. I mean, like I said, Crystal Dunn had her own beef. She had her husband do some scandalous shit. She had to go protect that little ninja. But overall, she clean. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to figure out who else is. I don't know who else is active on social media like that. Like, if I don't know that you active on social media, well, that means you wasn't active. Like, you not an advocate. You're not out here in these streets getting in with the jungle. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the veterans they choose are politically safe. Rose Lavelle. Oh shit, Rose. Yes, you nigga. Hold on, let's see. What else did I have here? Man, we got robbed, bro. We got robbed of a amazing era with the triple espressos. I'm just gonna be real. Y'all, this team ain't it, y'all. It's not what we could have had. It's just the reality of it. It's a mirror of America not wanting to be great. Make America old again. Like America. Once again, this is all because of what the elders did. They didn't do nothing. They took 1/3 of the pie and then they installed the caretakers. Niggas, this is crazy. Y'all took 1/3 of what y'all couldn't got. And y'all just fumbled. Y'all fumbled. Y'all left us with nothing. I just can't believe it. Y'all left us with nothing. Yeah, your past generation didn't do that. Yeah, that's right. Cause Oh shit! Hold on. This is when. Oh damn! Hold on now. Hold on. They went in on this. Is what the old guard fumbled and why it created a caretaker era. Because sometimes you don't know what. Yeah, I don't. I be reading some of it, but sometimes I don't be reading all of it. But let's see what it says. It says they settled for 1/3 of what they could have gotten. Right. You already decoded this perfectly. When the players accepted a fraction of their full value, they didn't do it for the future. They didn't. They did. It says when the players accept a fraction of the full value, they didn't do it for the future. They did it to cash out their own era before the portal closed. Oh shit! It was insurance for themselves, not generational investments, and that's what I was saying. Once again, in spiritual terms, they negotiated from fear. Oh goodness, not legacy. From comfort, not courage. From individualism, not lineage. That's how America ended with no structural upgrades, no development pipeline, no spiritual passing of the torch, no ancestral wisdom being transmitted, no leadership evolution. They took the bag and walked off stage. Oh. They didn't build infrastructure, they built personal brands. This generation was the most media trained, PR coded, and sanitized era of U.S. women's national team history. Instead of creating mentorship channels, building a coaching tree, establishing elder presence, teaching football IQ to the next wave, they built sponsorship empires, personal activism brands, political clout, curated social personas, and dipped. They didn't leave a system knowledge. They didn't leave culture. They didn't leave philosophy. They didn't leave football intelligence. They left content, not codes. Oh shit. The activism was PR approved, not spirit led. Oh, you said it. They weren't truth tellers. Y'all didn't tell the truth. Y'all didn't tell us y'all were getting paid more than these ninjas. Y'all told us y'all were getting underpaid, nigga. Y'all told us y'all was getting underpaid. Oh shit. And then we come to find out, niggas, y'all was getting paid. We was like, hold on now, what? So y'all was getting paid? But y'all told us y'all weren't getting paid, so y'all lied. Oh, okay. Everything was packaged, curated, safe, and marketable. You can't awaken a new generation with corporate activism. Oh shit. See, y'all were protesting the way that they taught you, remember? And remember we were telling you when we started to realize, like, y'all should have started talking to the collective? Y'all should have just started talking to us, but y'all never talked to us. Y'all talked to them. Y'all played day game, and they was like, we got you. You didn't talk to the collective. You didn't talk to the. Y'all thought you didn't need us. Y'all thought y'all didn't need us. Oh, okay. I see how selfish y'all were. See, I see. Okay. Okay. But it says you can't awaken a new generation with corporate activism. You can't teach legacy with brand deals. You can't pass divine feminine leadership through PR scripts. They fought for equality, but they didn't fight for evolution. They didn't prepare the next generation. They replaced themselves with youth. They didn't prepare the next generation. They replaced themselves with youth. This is the biggest fumble. Instead of mentoring, they stayed too long, blocked younger leaders, then suddenly retired, leaving a giant leadership vacuum. That's why we're in the caretaker era. Caretaker coaches only exist when the system has no elders. Oh shit. No stabilizers. Uh-oh. No leadership identity. Uh-oh. No senior players who can anchor the room. Uh-oh. No proper elder generation would have made Emma Hayes a proper elder generation would have made Emma Hayes unnecessary. They would have delivered the codes internally. Instead, we imported leadership from Europe like a band-aid. Oh my god. Oh, cook. Hey, cook. Hey, this one was a cook, bro. This was a cook right here. This was a cook. Instead of mentoring, they stayed too long. Uh-oh. Y'all stayed too long. Y'all blocked younger leaders. Uh-oh. And suddenly retired, nigga. Y'all was like leaving a giant leadership vacuum. This is why we're in the caretaker era, nigga. Because y'all was like, y'all got your money and dipped. Caretaker coaches only exist when the system has no elders, no stabilizers, no leadership identity, and no senior players who can anchor the room. A proper elder generation would have made Emma Hayes unnecessary. They would have delivered the codes internally. Instead, we imported leadership from Europe like a band-aid. Nigga, imported leadership now. Emma Hayes was a transfer fee, man. We gotta get a caretaker. We don't have no caretakers in America. Think about it. They could not. So there's not an Emma Hayes in America. See or no? Is that what they telling me? Y'all could never be Emma Hayes. That we would never let y'all have that ideology and rhetoric, women. And he's talking to y'all women, not talking to me, because Emma Hayes don't represent either. He's talking to y'all women. Emma Hayes, they had to import Emma Hayes. Why? Because there wasn't a woman archetype. Women, because they don't have women coaches in America like Emma Hayes. Look at your NWSL team. There's only 2 women in the league, and they not American. I think maybe one of them's American. But think about it. I'm just saying. They didn't protect or amplify the triple espressos. But let's talk about they amplified them only because they amplified themselves. Obviously, they scored how many goals out of the 10 out of what? Yeah, exactly. This is the deepest spiritual fumble. Like I said, the triple espressos, the melanated football archetypes, Trinity Rod and Mal Swanson, and obviously Sophia Smith. They brought the highest vibration, brought the deepest, because you know what runs deep in America. Football intelligence, carry cultural codes, embodied the feminine evolution, exactly, represented the new era. They represented they were our new, the triple espressos were our new era, nigga. Instead of being elevated, what happened? They got dismantled, nigga. Can you believe it? A generation that can't recognize its own prophets can't birth the next age. They weren't built to carry consciousness. You said it first. All these players were not melanated. Oh, like I said, most of the players are not melanated. Why did I expect them to carry codes anyway? Exactly, because the code you're talking about, the awakening frequencies, the ancestral leadership, the timeline transitioning work, they are not generated in demographics that were spiritually disconnected from lineage. You can carry football, but it doesn't mean you can carry the future. The old guard played the game, but they can't shape the era. That's it. Bottom goal. Bottom line. The old guard left no blueprint, no leadership, no system, no pipeline, no philosophy, no cultural evolution, no spiritual code, no elder presence. Which is why the U.S. has a Caretaker Era, a youth-only squad, imported leadership, Emma Hayes, zero internal identity, no divine feminine expansion, no melanated anchors. They didn't pass the torch, they passed the bill. God damn. Damn. Youth only squad, imported leadership, zero internal identity. Man, that sounds like America. Let me see. All right, let's get, I think we got a little bit. All right, let's watch a little bit more of the video. Emma.
That menu, been through that to get performance, not just 11.
Thanks.
Let's go to Jonathan online. Go ahead, Jonathan.
Thanks, Aaron, Emma, congratulations.
Thanks.
Again, I wanted to ask about the second goal and the build up to it. Alyssa Thompson makes a cutting run and ends up almost,
Jaden Shaw.
I think it was Shaw. Sorry, it was my fault. I'm sorry. She makes this cutting run to the center circle from a wide position before playing the pass. And you mentioned sort of the stew earlier and how you're building things up. At what point do you give a wide player the freedom to make that cut inside? Because not every manager tactically might have their wide players do that, right? So I wonder what you saw on something like that and when the player gets the freedom to do that.
Well, it's freedom within a framework, though. That's the important part.
Freedom in a container? That ain't freedom, nigga. That's not freedom. How is it freedom in a framework? That's not freedom. It sound like cage. Freedom is freedom. There's nothing else to it. I can tell you, it's about identifying the rhetoric And like I said, we're talking about who? Alyssa Thompson. So Alyssa Thompson makes a what? A play that they consider freedom within the framework. Not just her being spontaneous and her just authentically playing and expressing herself. She's gonna say, yeah, it was a great run for her. I'm so like it just came out of nowhere. And it's like, no, it's we allow her to do that freedom in a framework. She's not free. Freedom in a framework, nigga. See? Because the old boy was preaching, man, she looked free out there, nigga. She looked free. What do you think about that, Emma? She looked free, Emma. No, niggas. Calm down. She's free in a framework. Calm down. Y'all may think I'm bluffing, but I'm not new to this.
We have principles of play. So it's not go where you like, it's understanding what the principles of play are. And then once you understand that framework, how we apply that and be dynamic within that, that is what the teaching and learning is. It just doesn't happen quickly. It don't happen in one camp. It's taken the best part of the time I've been in charge to produce the level of performance like that. And I don't want to talk about it because this should be about like our secret like sauce. So I'm not going to break the principles down at any point with any of you. So, but that's, let me tell you, very well rehearsed.
Once again, saying that's well rehearsed. I don't know how I didn't see how the play was, but like I said, now I want to act like it's all scripted, nigga, and it wasn't her natural expression. This is not Alyssa Thompson. Like I said, I don't even know. You actually have to watch. You probably would have to watch Alyssa Thompson, like before Caretaker Era comes up, because like I said, a lot of these players are changing right now while Emma's there because of how they have to present themselves now, how they have to play now. Their archetypes are being molded and shaped into a way that is not their authentic one, obviously. And like I said, all y'all, like we already know who to point the finger at. It is what it is.
That's what I would say. And as for the finish by Jade, I knew the minute it arrived at her foot, there was only going to be one outcome. I'm so proud of Jade and the growth in her game. Not just to play for 90 minutes. I've said it before, she can score 1 million goals, but the work she does for the team defensively stands out to me. That has been the biggest work on for her. And she's so count honourable in what she delivers. I'm so pleased for her.
Back online.
Right, making Jade do defensive work. Oh, flunk. They making Jade be a defensive, creative midfielder playmaker, nigga. She can do it all. She's Shannon Box, nigga. She got to play. Well, no, Shannon probably had to do more defense. They didn't want Shannon playing football like that. But Jade, she's the simple, making those easy pass. She can drop back in the back line. That's how Emma was making her play. Making her play that way. I don't know how Jade wants to play. But like I said, if we know that USA doesn't develop melanated women, what is an archetype like Jaden Shaw? You know what I'm saying? If our girls are not getting opportunities to be developed, they're always under pressure. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, fuck, man. Fuck. Hey, shout out to Jaden Shaw, nigga.
On to Sylvia, go ahead.
Hi, Emma. Congratulations on the win. Just two quick questions. One, can you just talk about Jordan Buck's performance today? She played the full match. And then two, looking ahead to the first window in 26, you all are playing a competitive match in January, which isn't typical. Can you just talk a bit about what went into that decision?
We're playing two, as a matter of fact. We just haven't announced the second one yet. Yeah.
I mean, Jordan Bug is a huge talent that's had a really good year domestically. She's a player that, is she ready for now? No, I don't think she is. I think she's...
Once again, why are you talking about Jordan? Jordan Bug, she's another melanated light-skinned girl. Why are you talking about, she played for 90 minutes. How was she? Oh, I don't think she's ready now. Damn. Of course she's not. She's a young cat player. Like no, a lot of these players are not ready. But why are you talking about Jordan? Why are you trying to hurt her? Why are you trying to put? Now there's rhetoric say your coach said you're not ready yet right now. The fuck? Now she gonna have to prove herself to make sure Emma says I'm ready now. Next time they ask about her, you know, like in the game of FIFA when the commentators they ask you and you can the cheer. There's like an emoji where you can cheer. You can humble. You can like give a chaotic answer. You can do that. That's Emma. And with Jordan, chaotic answer. You feel me? You get it? You see how it plays out? But yeah, I'm not surprised she said something nasty. None of the players are ready. This is a youth only. None of them are senior players. I mean, the only ones that really are the ones that are world class. It is what it is. No, everyone else is not a senior player. They're very inexperienced domestically. Like I said, can you believe this is what Emma Hayes is coaching in America? Like, what? That's crazy. And like I said, this is Emma's background. Like, I'm like, damn, how you go from Chelsea to America? But the America team she has is not Chelsea caliber. And like I said, shit. Hey, look, we seeing this shit in 4K, man. I don't know about you. I'm cool. I'm cool. Seeing how this plays out, because I mean, it ain't gonna work out. Yeah, I mean, well, y'all can get rocked to sleep, obviously.
She's got great potential. She's a high potential player that has to develop the experiences to be able to play at the highest level, and that's why we play her in these situations. Certainly selected for her composure and her calmness, and defensively she's got great pace. She's got to improve aerially at the top level. She knows that. We made that clear to the whole back line tonight. We'd only won 25% of our aerial duels, which was not acceptable. But again, she's like such a willing learner, and we need to give her the time to do that. But I think she will be an important player for this program.
And January camp, your thoughts? Camp and matches.
I mean, yeah, 2 good moments to play games. We have to prepare for competing to qualify. So I want to start January with pre-season friendlies that will hopefully give us a head start going into She Believes.
Last 2, go to Donald Wine, and then we'll go to you, Sandra.
Like I said, we have no elders. This America. Oh my goodness. Caretaker timeline, bro. Our baby USA Women's National Team under the guise of Emma Hayes. Make it work. Don't believe it. Don't believe it. This is not America. This is not America. We've been hijacked. We've been hijacked.
Go ahead, Donald.
Thank you. Emma, congratulations on the win. As you look back at the year, one of the big things that you've kind of developed is a lot of depth around the team. How happy are you with the quality of the depth that has been produced, and how do you continue that into 2026?
Well, how happy are you with it?
Pretty happy.
Oh, I'm pretty happy. Thanks for asking. All this. I'm not happy, nigga. What the fuck? I'm not happy. I'm not satisfied. I'm not happy. Does my voice matter? Huh? Cause right now I only got Jaden Shaw. Jaden Shaw's from Texas too. Shout out to Jaden Shaw's from Texas. Did y'all know that? So she's my only representation right now. Kat Macario, Alyssa Thompson, all of them, yes, they are representation. They look like me, but they not like from America. Yeah, I'm not, but I still fuck with them, obviously. But like I said, the dual nationals, the Lily Johannes's, like I said, they're not going to challenge the infrastructure. Only archetype that could do that right now, obviously, is Trinity Rodman, and now Jaden Shaw, Yasmin Ryan if she come through. But like I said, look, think about it. That's if we have 2 different collectives. If the melanated women moved like the WNBA women, melanated women, it'd be totally different. They probably wouldn't be able to play in the league. That's just like a big ass mirror to reflect. It's like if they talked how they talked in the WNBA and women's football, they would not be in the league and they would not play. No matter how good they were, they probably have to play in another geographical location and talk their shit. I would do that. Anyways. Hey, but now you don't have to go to another league. You can just go to the other league in America, the Gamebridge Super League. Don't forget, they got match on the 6th. I know Dallas Trinity played DC Power, so I thought that was so exciting. They play on the 6th.
I think by asking the question answers the question. And I think, look, you have to appreciate what is involved with development. And I understand, like, you're in the world where you have to write articles or you have to record podcasts and you have to talk about things. And there's always something to talk about with this team. But trust me, I'm a developer of talent. You don't do it by not playing them. You have to trial and error. You have.
Well, why are we trial and erroring again with so many? What happened? Why don't we have like a solid group of women that have been with the national team for a little bit and then some inexperienced players? Why is it the opposite? Why do we have so many young players and so many like what happened? And we're living in America and we're like, we have 4 stars on our crest. We should have been always watching and developing and scouting and continuing to be the best, continuing to stay ahead of everyone, because this is how you got ahead of everyone. You were ahead of everyone. Y'all got a head start of everyone having infrastructure, being in America, and y'all fumbled. Not everyone gonna catch up, surpass y'all. Y'all left the caretaker. Like I said, America's cooked. America, I mean, like I said, it's only temporarily because it's an artificial timeline. Remember, it's an artificial timeline. It's only temporarily. But like I said, anybody can beat this American team. Anybody. Y'all got 10 players with 4 than less caps called up in February. Come 2027, depending on how many matches y'all play. Say y'all play how many matches next year? I don't know. Y'all play like 15? Y'all play like maybe 15 matches? Next year, World Cup. I mean, that's still like some of these players still less than like 50 caps, fam. They're gonna get cooked. They're gonna get cooked by the players that have been around at least in their domestic league for at least 5 to 6 seasons. A lot of these girls come in. A lot of these, like, look, the other league, the other national teams are not moving like America. They don't have this much youth coming in. And then, like I said, they're not even trying to think about the youth. They're not even trying to condition their players like America's trying to. And America's using our women to like mirror how they want, obviously, the women that look like Emma Hayes to conduct themselves, because they're not appealing to niggas like me. We know that NWSL's not doing that. So, like I said, that's why we have our own. We're building our own infrastructure, obviously. Because the USA NWSL's infrastructure is to a certain demographic, and if you're not that demographic, you're not gonna get it. And like I said, USA. Let's finish out this video here.
To experiment. It's the only way you find the next level in yourself. And I'm thinking about the success of our under-20s against England and under-23s against England, and now us against a top European opponent. I don't do jobs in half.
Italy is not a top European opponent. When the fuck does Italy won anything? Italy is not a top European opponent. Italy is not a top European opponent. It's only a top European opponent up against women that have less than 5 caps. They ain't never played no Italian girls before. They barely played domestically. Like I said, our senior team ain't senior. This is a baby USA team. Our senior team is not senior at all. I can't believe it. This is how far we've fallen. And Emma Hayes, like I said, maybe it'd be different if Emma Hayes was black. Would it be different if Emma Hayes was black, Nita? Hell no, nigga. I would be pissed the fuck off. If she was black, oh damn. If Emma Hayes was black, I would be like, damn. She doing all this hot shit, nigga. She would not last. She done brought in 10 youth. If Emma Hayes was black and she done brought up like whole youth players, y'all would be crashing out. Oh, you know, sometimes you got to trial and error. Let go. If Emma Hayes was saying let go and being black, man, that wouldn't work. So she can say let go. Okay. She can call up all these young ninjas and just trial and error and experience with them. Huh? She foreign. She a foreigner over here messing with our domestic side. Nigga, she hit it. Like I said, that's why I was like, you know what? We got to start eyeing. Now it's like, you know, if I played the race card and I played the demographic card, I'd be like, you know, Emma, you are from England. You could be sabotaging our team. Neither Emma wouldn't do that. Why do you mean she want to do that? You don't think she want England to thrive, nigga? If she sabotage America and then she go over and coach England after Serena, well then yada 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 yada. She'll be like what? The best coach? Yada 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 yada. You know what I'm saying? She would never sabotage our team. Okay, that's right. Okay, so she's not here to sabotage. What's she here to do? Take care. That's right. Emma went from coaching her equals to coaching infants. All these girls are infants. They're babies. I'm growner than these girls. We're all growner than these girls. We all can have a voice in the locker room, nigga. But the only one they hearing is Emma Hayes, nigga. That's what's crazy. And that's the truth of it. And that's what niggas don't want to hear. That's what niggas not saying. The only voice that's going to be the loudest in the room is Emma Hayes, and that's how they want it. But hey, I told you, I've been telling you, I'm going to continue to tell you as we watch the Caretaker Era timeline and see what type of rhetoric and what type of infrastructure is being built. Because like I said, it's going to be dismantled. And we're going to be like, you see that time that y'all brought Emma Hayes over here? Yeah, that's when we all knew shit was about to pop off. That's when we shit, all that So everything they built upon, all these players' stories, all these players' legacies, we're going to see how it's alchemized domestically. How do the players react and respond? What happens when Emma Hayes leaves? Because it's all going to have a ripple effect. How does America perform internationally when the brightest stars? Do we start to see the rigging like we see England? Do they have to start bailing America out because America can't perform? You know what I'm saying? The caretaker timeline is going to have consequences. It is what it is. It is what it is.
And my job is to prepare for now and to prepare for later.
Our U23's been England today 4-2, and the U20's yesterday been England 4-1, I think. All right, we're going to finish up with Sandra Herrera, and then we are going to get Emma back to Harry Hayes because it's the holidays with our suitcase full of toys. Go ahead, Sandra.
Thanks. I appreciate the time on the last one. It's a great segue because I do have a question about the U23s. Emma, you sort of kind of revamped this dormant program and as elated as I think we all are to sort of see you be this developer of talent in real time.
Exactly. A developer of talent in real time. Nick, what do you mean? What type of rhetoric is this? Why are we developing talent? Where's our senior team? Where's our senior team? Developing talent happens in their younger stages where our U20, U22, U23, all these girls need to be in the U whatevers. And Emma has to find the best American players right now. So you're trying to tell me this is what she's saying to all the women that have been playing in the Bissell League. Y'all are not good enough. But y'all are not good enough because we don't want your mentality. We need younger, impressionable girls to guide. That is predatory, but in a football sense. And like I said, we're going to continue to call it out because it's distortion. It is distortion. It is how the higher ups are abusing their power. Abusing their powers on our girls. And always calling it out. Y'all just feed it into it. Y'all just letting her develop talent, ideologies, principles, and virtues from a foreigner. She's not even American. She's a foreigner. Y'all letting her infiltrate some of our girls most of y'all girls, because most of the girls on the America team that look like Emma Hayes are from America. Some of the girls that look like Nita, some of them are dual citizens, so they can be like, I don't even fuck with America like that. Y'all cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Jada Shaw's like, fuck Nita. I feel you, nigga. I'm from Texas too. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So she's it's all distortion, nigga. Like what the hell? So we got dual citizens internationals, but not the distorted way. How our caretakers here in a distorted way. So we have a European woman's ideologies, principles, and virtues being installed to our American team with diaspora players, Kat Macario, Thompson, Germa, and then we got these systemized players. Y'all know who I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? See how, and then she's talking about, developer. Y'all all buying into the cult. Y'all all buying into the rhetoric, obviously, because y'all all part of the game. Unfortunately, this is the role y'all decided to play. But then again, we blame the past. We blame the past players, nigga. Look at y'all did. Look at it. Now we gotta slander Emma. She playing the role, nigga. Like, damn. She was like, Emma's like, damn. I wish I didn't have to be a caretaker, nigga. I wish I could have had the triple espressos. You think Emma's like, damn, nigga? I wish I had the espressos, nigga. My job would be a lot easier. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have, you on my neck. If we had the triple espressos, I wouldn't be on Emma's neck like this. We would not be here, nigga. We would not be here. Let's be real. We would be lit, nigga. We'd be still drinking espressos, nigga. We would be cooking everybody, my nigga. We would be cooking everybody. We would have never lost to Portugal, nigga. We would be partying, and we would be like in Brazil, like getting ready to go to Brazil, ready to cook everybody, ready to cook everybody again. They're like, well, can the triple espressos repeat what they did at? Like, think about it. The World Cup was gonna be way bigger, obviously, than the Olympics. Our triple espressos could have broke records. You know what I'm saying? At the World Cup in Brazil. You know what I'm saying? And came home with the World Cup again. No, we ain't winning no damn World Cup. Ain't no way. We ain't built to last, nigga. We ain't built, like I said, we ain't built like that. It's unfortunate. It's sad to see America like this. Honestly, this is not my America team, bro. I can't believe how far we fallen. We were great. Now we disconnected. We had Carly Lloyd's, nigga. Carly didn't take no bullshit. Do we have a Carly Lloyd on the team? Mentality? No, I don't see not one. Not one. Nope. See, it makes you miss some of these archetypes. You're like, hold on, nigga. Where is the Megan Rapinos of America nowadays? Nah, nigga, we can't have another one. Nope. The Hope Solos? Nope. Definitely not. Huh? Look. It wasn't supposed to be like this.
Just sort of what are your thoughts, kind of seeing it all come together this year, the relaunch and how it's really become this kind of pipeline for you to kind of sit in and pull from? You saying at the beginning of the year that it had to be revamped because there are players who are ready right now and players who will be ready later. How has seeing the U23 progress and the program kind of come back to life played out for you, and what's the next step for that program in 2026?
I think, as Tracy Kevins will always tell me, the talent is always there. But I think what we've done is joined it all up from the seniors to down the pathway. I think we've joined it up in an even more intentional way to close the gap or bridge the gap between sort of 19s to 23s. I think that was an area, and it is an area in football, where players sort of age out. They don't get the international experience because they're not quite ready. Like this is an important stepping stone, and one, I think the reason we haven't necessarily had as much development of talent pre-me is because there was an absence of that program, the under 23.
So she's blaming the infrastructure on why America hadn't developed talent, because America didn't want to, and the elders, y'all wasn't thinking about, man, y'all wasn't in the locker room like, hey, who's the next player? We need to call her up. Hey, yo, coach. Hey, get on the phone. This girl, my teammate. I play with her. I play with her every day. You know what I'm saying? I play with her every day. You know what I'm saying? She need to get called up type shit. You know what I'm saying? That's how our players should have been moving. Like, you play with this player, this girl. I hope that was how they've been moving. It would have been easier that way. Y'all had first sight on players that y'all should have been keeping an eye on in U.S. soccer to be calling up. That's how you do it. Because the first hand, y'all are the elders. Y'all are the one that passing the codes on. Whatever girl you're playing with, and if you're a great USA former national team player or current national team player, that player that you're giving your gifts, your wisdom and knowledge to, if they're able to understand and perform it on the field, that's you, ninja. That's you giving wisdom and knowledge to the next generation. Yeah, I ain't give nothing. Shit. Our young girls out here with no shelter. But you know who got her arms wide open for them? Emma Hayes. Oh my goodness. Like I said, she can talk a big game because she's a Libra. But I'm not buying a lick of what you're saying because I know the true story. Right? We know the true story. I'm always talking about my triple espressos because I mean they represented the Holy Trinity, the caretaker era. Once again, we saw what our elders did, what the past generation did. That y'all all y'all got social media platforms. Y'all all podcast sisters. All y'all are podcast sisters. All y'all ninjas. And none of y'all are advocates. All y'all are podcast sisters. Think about it. All y'all. It doesn't matter with being a podcaster. But damn, all y'all ninjas? Everyone? I mean, Alex is not. I don't think Alex got kids. You know, she got to take care of her kids. The caretaker era only exists because the triple espressos were dismantled. Let's think about it. The core truth. If the triple espressos, Sophia Smith, Trinity Rodman, and Mal Swanson had been allowed to grow together, right? Just up until the World Cup. Just give us another World Cup with our espressos, right? Emma Hayes wouldn't be in a caretaker role. She would be inheriting a dynasty because who's around with these three players, Trinity, Mal, and Rodman. The players that we have now, Emma could have scouted, caught up. It would just be adding on to this amazing triple espresso that we already had, that already won. They were already ahead of everyone. Yeah, they beat everything. I mean, Brazil was a good match, but they still won. They still scored 10, how many goals? 10 out of the 12 for the team collectively. They still got the job done. And a World Cup would have been a bigger stage for them to be able to see if they could do it. But they didn't want to give them that stage, nigga. They was like, oh, no. They got them. How did they get them pregnant? Well, nigga, when you got a league talk about pushing pregnancy type shit, and then you got a league and you melanated and you see like, man, your team, you know, the system ain't shit, nigga, for us niggas. You start to like, you know, may as well have a kid, a baby, you know what I'm saying? And then you're married to men that are in the system as well. Oh, Lord have mercy. Anyways. So they got sidelined. And then, of course, we could have had one espresso shot, and yet y'all over here, she can't even stay healthy. Trinity Rodman, she can't stay healthy. We can't even see Trinity on the pitch that much. She out here, you know, one hit, she down, TKO. You know what I'm saying? Damn. So our triple espresso's gone. Y'all couldn't even leave one ninja standing. Damn. Let's be real. Y'all couldn't even leave one ninja standing. Do you see Rodman anywhere? You couldn't even leave one ninja standing. You dismantled everybody. You had to do it like that? All right, look. Some people don't want to believe it, but okay. They dismantled the only organic chemistry the U.S. women's national team had. They split timelines on purpose. They made sure the awakening coded players didn't condensate energy. They replaced experience with youth that hasn't built an ego shell or spiritual spine yet. The caretaker era is a result of the timeline interference. And once again, mainly Mallory Swanson, she was the head, obviously, because I think she was a little bit before Sophia, and she was carrying Chicago on her back. So, I mean, obviously, her mentality, her Taurus, like, don't play around bullshit, nigga. I ain't gonna fuck around. You gonna fuck around and find out with me? She was not playing. She wasn't gonna go for the bullshit. And she was already outspoken about the Rona shit, too. You know what I'm saying? And then you got Sophia Smith. Nigga, she gonna get goals, nigga. She, like, as I told you, she's like, Sophia Smith is, when you go watch Salma play, when she does get to play for Barcelona, but Sophia Smith as a striker, once again, amazing striker, nigga. She was gonna score lots of goals for us. Obviously, she's gonna score lots of goals. She was gonna score lots of goals, and she did. Amazing, great player, nigga. And then you got fucking Rodman, nigga. How many times we love to see Rodman play because she just so creative. She always, has some magic, ninja. Once again, I guess we just gonna have to relive the glory days, nigga, at the Olympics. Can we go replay the Olympic match? We just gonna have to relive the triples expressos at the Olympics. And that's all we get? That's all we got? And will we get them back again? We don't even know. They probably done with football. Like, fuck this shit. I've been watching Anita all this time. Nigga, fuck. I'm not doing that. And like I said, they're not on, are they on social media talking? Nah, they pregnant. They pregnant, that's right. They got other things to handle right now. Remember who won Emma the gold medal. Yes, don't ever forget it. Remember who won Emma the gold medal. Because remember, she only came with 5 matches in. She couldn't really anchor whatever her principles and virtues were with a triple espresso emerging in the collective, aka the women's national team that was there when she pulled up. See or no? Anyways. People forget that because the narrative gets rewritten. Emma Hayes did not build the gold. The gold was delivered by 10 out of the 12 goals from the triple espressos. And Emma only had been in the group. Like, how many matches did Emma have before the World Cup? Before the Olympics? Remember? How many matches did Emma have before the Olympics? Not many, ninja. She came in May and we had a major tournament because US Soccer wanted to give Emma Hayes her heyday with Chelsea. Like, nah, nigga, you want to become the manager for our USA women's national team? We need you to come already now. Why are you trying to settle your contract with Chelsea? Fuck Chelsea. You already been there long enough. But hey, it's Emma Hayes. She can do what she wants. Hey. Once again, Emma Hayes did not build the gold. The gold was delivered by the triple espressos. Our girls. The system was not hers. The spirit was meaning the system was not hers. The spirit was not hers. The football was not hers. She inherited the work of those players, and instead of building on that, she entered a caretaker blueprint. It's like some players escaped the system at the perfect time. Why do you think all these ladies retired? They're like, oh shit. Some saw the writing on the wall and got out. Retirement at the moment the energy started shifting, left before their names were tied to the caretaker collapse, avoided being held responsible for the upcoming generational void. They literally left at a pivot point. Y'all ninjas left our girls hanging. I can't believe y'all. Others stayed too long and their exit created a vacuum. Oh, it says the equal pay movement timeline was a spell. Once again, we're continuing to talk about the equal pay movement because this is when after they started getting this PR attention, it's like something changed. It's like at first it was like, nigga, we need more money, which was good. And then at the end of the day, it was like, oh, well, we can just get what we need to get real quick and then we can get the fuck out of here. And that's selfish because you're a part of a sports legacy that has been built upon passing the torch, niggas. It has been built upon America has been built upon passing the torch, especially in women's football, nigga. Nigga, this is something that was stand. This is something that we talked about, passing the torch on to the next legacy. Y'all didn't pass shit. Oh fuck. What do you think these girls gonna pass? Emma Hayes mentality. Oh Lord have mercy. Oh Lord. Anyways, the equal pay movement was a spell. It was a spell for y'all. Y'all got put under your own spell. Y'all started mixing with the devil. Y'all, nigga, how did we get here? The nigga that put you under a spell. And y'all got 1/3 got you in a spell, so you settle for 1/3, nigga. Remember when we did the live stream? And I was averaging like, I said like 75K, 75 million or something around the 60s or 70s they should have asked for. And they got 22 million, I believe. And so it was like 1/3 of that. So they asked for like maybe damn near 65, something like that. Somewhere around the $60 million range. But they settled for 1/3. They didn't even get 2/3 of it. And like I said, how much is 22 million between all y'all ninjas? Really though? Compared to 60 million? Compared to, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all, oh my goodness. They accepted a fraction of what they're worth. It closed, like I said, the equal pay movement timeline. They're dead on, y'all settled. Remember, y'all settled. When they accepted a fraction of what they were worth, it closed the spiritual portal and true generational wealth. The energetic exchange was incomplete, and they locked their own awakening codes behind a contract. It benefited PR, Federation Optics, and the movement public face, not the future girls. And you're right. That 1/3 wasn't for the future generation. It was for a campaign, the PR arc, and identities tied to it. Oh man, I was talking about y'all. I don't listen to any of their podcasts. I don't listen to them. I mean, they're made. I mean, like I said, people like you because of who you were, who you played, who you were as a player. We don't know your identity really until now. We see what side you play for. Shit. Now we see what side you play for. Y'all, and like I said, y'all are under the spell. Y'all still in the Matrix. Oh shit. Hold on. We were going in. It says they didn't leave anything because they're still in it. Because they're still in the shell. What is it? They didn't leave anything because they're still in the shell. This is the spiritual piece. The old guard never passed the torch because they never spiritually exited the matrix themselves. They were still in identity shell. In the identity shell, it says they were emotionally bonded to the Federation approval. They felt safer protecting the system than evolving beyond it. They couldn't pass something they didn't actually hold. Oh, fuck. It says the Caretaker Era is the aftershock of their spiritual stagnation. It's not just football, it's lineage work. They didn't evolve. They couldn't pass knowledge. They didn't tell truth. They couldn't teach truth. They didn't break out. They couldn't free nobody. Oh, fuck. And so now we have a young team with no elders, a coach acting as a spiritual babysitter, a federation running the identity of the squad, a national team disconnected from its soul. Nigga, cause is this America? Are we watching America Women's National Team? No, we're not. Nigga, we're watching a whole bunch of young players getting opportunities to see if they're good enough to play for America. Nigga. Test, nigga. Test. Because they don't have the domestic experience, obviously. Niggas, this is Go's second season. How many matches did you play? Like 30? 30? How many y'all play like what, 22 matches? Maybe 22. If you get to reach the if you get to play in the the CONCACAF Champions Cup, maybe you play 30 matches, nigga. Some of y'all rookies. Some of y'all second seasons. We're watching a young team with no elders, a coach acting as a babysitter, a federation running the identity of the squad. Who's the identity of America, nigga? I can't name one archetype that said, oh yeah, that's America. Yep, right there. She represents America. Who? I don't know, because none of these girls represent America. They're foreign. Like, not even foreign. They're just not America. They're not our America team. It's so radical. Like I said, it's so obvious because of the elders, because of the future of the past generation. That's why it's so obvious, because it just shows like what they didn't do. They left a massive hole. Bro. And then obviously U.S. soccer shot its own self with the dismantlement of the triple espressos. Obviously, that could never happen. We wouldn't be here. Well, obviously, we would not talk about this. We wouldn't be. See, so the elders didn't leave nothing, but the elders are like, well, y'all, we had the espressos, niggas. What happened? Well, y'all niggas, look at Y'all look at your federation. Y'all ain't shit ninjas. Anyways. Like I said, and this is why you feel detached from this era. It's because you know it's not football, it's maintenance. Caretaker energy is maintenance energy. It's not drive, not evolution, not awakening, and you're here to track the awakening. Exactly. Listen, I'm here to document niggas' ascension, nigga. Not niggas' stagnation, and not. And we happen to be in a timeline when it comes to USA women's soccer. And like I said, I'm so grateful to be able to see the game like this, because it's like it's a different realm of, like, just in general how I talk about football is so much more fun now. Because the storylines are the real storylines. You're saying the storylines are the energy upon the picture, right? Does that make sense? Like the energetic framework of how they are constructing these rhetorics, and we're reading behind it, which makes it actually more fun, because then you start to see, like, damn, so this is how y'all want the collective to actually react and respond to this type of distortion. And it's like, okay, so we see how some are moving. Obviously they're with the get down, some of them are with the get down, they understand the game, and then some people are just willingly acceptable, and then some people are like me, like, that automatically see, hold on now, nigga, this is cap. This is cap. I'm glad there's a split. I'm glad we have a split, though, because just like I said, in America, we have 2 women's domestic league. We have 2 women's leagues. How many girls that Emma Hayes is calling up are playing in the USL Super League? Because now think about it. If we have girls with 10 to less than cap experience, why isn't Emma looking at the USL Super League? Because those girls probably are the same, 10 and less cap too, same age as half the girls you calling up over here in America. Yeah, same age, same everything. So will there be discriminatory acts when it comes to scouting players for the USA in the USL Super League? Because if all the girls are coming from NWSL, well, we already know what type of rhetoric and framework they're coming in. They're being conditioned through the NWSL ideology, the 4 C's, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So how many girls are Emma gonna call up that are actually playing in the Cambridge Super League? And I mean, like I said, because it's gonna continue to show the caretaker timeline. How many girls? Because that's why we tapping into the USL League. Because it's like, if no one taps in, we can't tell the collective about the archetypes that we see that need to be with America, and give them some attention. That's all it takes for us to give them some attention. That's why I got to tap into the league. So that's why I'm about to finna tap in, bro. That's what we've been. I mean, I know that I'm going to start to watch the USL Super League, because I'm not watching fake ass NWSL no more. And like I said, you can watch the Super League on Peacock, I think, for like, how much? I don't know how much it is monthly, but whatever. So yeah, man, because like I'm gonna be start seeing, like, I'm like, well, I saw this girl, what's her name, Winsler, and she played okay, and I saw this other girl over here, and I think she plays just as good as her. So Emma, why are you not calling her up? Well, Emma says, well, how she talked about Jordan Buggs. Well, we like her calmness. We like this about her. We like this about her. Like I said, they're trying to find certain archetypes that move in a certain way easily. And now listen, like I said, they need girls that will listen to Emma. They can't have radical girls. They can't, no back talk, no back talky. She's the babysitter, no back talky. So like I said, this era, this caretaker timeline is wicked. I can't believe it. You know what I mean? It is something we ain't never seen before, y'all. It's something we ain't never. I feel like it's like, wow. But we get to track it, and we get to see how America fell, obviously, and then how they'll rise again. Because we're gonna get to see the reboot, and we're not there yet. Obviously, we're at the caretaker timeline. We're here. We're watching America get warped. But listen, we're gonna make it through. And when we get out on the other side, and America starts to reboot, we're gonna be like, yes. And we remember this moment. We remember when we were in the trenches, when we were disconnected from our football club. We have been intentionally disconnected from our America team. On purpose. Can you believe it? Because remember, I tell y'all, football heals, football awakens, and football is only growing domestically, internationally, and then we got America, the best of the best, over here dismantling the triple espressos, the one that was going to put us even more on the map for more visibility, more global expansion, more girls wanting to come play in America, more girls wanting to come play in both our leagues, and y'all flopped all that. Now another league is gonna get all that currency because we're not winning no World Cup, nigga. You know what I mean? They obviously they were thinking shorthanded, and we blame some of the elders for not passing. Like I said, I like this is great. Bro, I just can't believe it, bro. Listen. So is this what we're seeing? Is this real life? Okay, let's finish what Emma had to say right here. We were about done.
Play, otherwise they go there. So I wanted to be committed to that, and and it's always hard because I want to win, but I want to stay committed to the course of developing them individually. And I feel like we've got to the end of this year, and I'm like, I know how hard my team in the background have worked, from Tracy to Denise to Lisa Cole. All of these people are putting together the programming in a way so that we're able to join things up and down, and there's a body of work that's going on, plus the
Bro, see that body of work, that look like, what is that thing? What do you call it? The puppets? And the programming. Why does she have to use the word programming? And why are we programming our senior national team players? For what? I thought our senior national team players were the best players domestically, or even just they were the best players of America. Nigga, what? And that's, like I said, look, the youth is the biggest red flag. I'm sorry. It's the biggest red flag. It's the biggest red flag. And then her rhetoric is a big red flag. She talks about them like they're infants. It's a red flag. She says Lily Johannes is not a world-class player. She says she's a world-class prospect. What the fuck? When Lily Johannes is better than most people in the world. Nigga, like what? She talks down on Jordan, talk about, whoa, she's not ready yet. Most of the girls are not ready. Why you call her up just to bash her after the match? And she happens to be a melanated girl. But anyways, y'all don't want to hear that shit. Y'all don't want to hear that shit. Would Emma Hayes ever say, well, she's not ready, if it was another girl? Or she's not ready enough? Has she ever said that? Yeah, I'll bring it up. I heard her say this about Jordan. Jordan looks a little light-skinned girl. You know what I'm saying? But y'all don't, like I said, do y'all even protect ninjas out in America? History. If y'all history shows it, y'all don't. If y'all history shows it, y'all don't. What time is it? Damn, we are at 12:30. Oh my lord. All right, I think we about wrapping up here. Let's finish up Emma.
Scouting plus the recruiting, plus the tracking and the monitoring of every player. Like, there's an extensive body of work that underpins what that performance is, and so I'm very appreciative and very grateful for my staff because they're all brilliant.
No, you're not brilliant. You're teaching infants younger mentalities, and it's not even like when I talk about, because the football is there, right? You could see the IQ of some of the players is there, but that's only a couple. Majority of them are not, and that tells the real story. So all their programming, all their hard work that they're doing to get through these players, but it's cap. It's cap. You are embedding them with a philosophy that is artificial. That is not themselves. You're not telling them to go out there and express yourself. You're telling them to go play freedom in the framework, nigga. You're teaching rhetoric like freedom in a framework? What type of rhetoric is that? Freedom in a framework? You're only free within the square? This position? Like I said, everyone obviously is in on it, because she's not gonna get independent niggas like me to come even entertain this type of shit. This is why I'm over here. I would never go outside and be like, oh, so they would never even let me in the building. Obviously, they'd be like, oh, Nita, Hell no. How did you even get here? But like I said, when it comes to the stuff that I do, how many faces do you see like me that are not players, that are not former players? I'll wait. Not many, Ninja. I don't even know any, but I only know me. I literally only know me, and then the rest of them are former players. Everyone else is a former player. No, there's not. I don't think there's a one. I couldn't say that because I don't know. That's not true. Because I don't know if that's true. But I only be seeing me, obviously, because I'm only focused on myself. But when I think about it, people that look like Emma, there's multiple girls making content on football like Emma. But Anita, I'm over here because, like I said, we're underrepresented. Melanated women in the commentary realm, and what I do is in commentary. But anyways, well, I do talk. But anyways, like we're there's a small of us for a reason by design. Okay, because I don't know, for some reason they want soccer. They have programmed soccer to be a white sport. You know, even though its origin was in the trenches. Soccer was built in the trenches. People were playing soccer on concrete. People were playing soccer on not grass, nigga. And that's not found where these white folks are from. You know what I'm saying? That's not found in their backyard. They got grass, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, it's distorted, all ripped. Like how you make football white when its soul is not even a race, nigga. Its soul is not even a race, but y'all made football white. Because look, I know y'all don't want to hear it, but it's the truth. And y'all already know the truth. It's not a hard pill to swallow. It really shouldn't. I think most people are starting to get used to it. Like I said, Emma Opp, she's a European. She's doing over here.
And with that, thanks. I think I speak for the media when I say, Emma, thank you for a year of fantastic.
Nah, nigga, don't thank Emma for shit. Don't fuck around here, nigga. We ain't thanking Emma for nothing. It'd be different if Emma was talking about the triple espressos. You know what I'm saying? Oh, what is this one? Yeah, exactly. Oh, that's right. This is a good one. This is a good one. We wrapping up here, y'all. It's time for y'all to go to bed. It's almost time for us to go. Like I said, we're not watching the players. We're watching the system. Remember, we're not watching the players. We're watching the system. Because the players are irrelevant right now, right? Obviously. Their matches are irrelevant. The real story, because we're reading the energetic blueprint. What did I title this live stream? I titled it Breaking Down Emma Hayes' Caretaker Infrastructure. Right, we're watching how they're gonna move with Emma in the caretaker timeline, and we're watching their foundations being built, because she's still new, because she hasn't won anything with this new group, right? She hasn't won nothing. With the old group, she benefited from the triple espressos. She ain't won nothing over here yet, and that's gonna be the big test. Can her mentality get this America far? And we're gonna see if the other teams will lay down to Emma's rhetoric and let up, see if America is gonna win authentically or gonna be artificially like England. But the real story is, who's the caretaker, why Emma has one, and everyone's quiet about it, obviously. The Federation chose Emma Hayes, not the players. Highlights how Emma was chosen for brand optics to stabilize the system without fixing it. Remember, we labeled Emma as a band-aid. She's a foreigner. Remember, it wasn't a white woman in America that they said could hold down America, that could take care of America. They said the white women don't have the intellect and mentality in America to hold it down for America. Think about it. Have we had a white woman? Think about it. Have we had a white woman from America be head coach yet? Have we? Can someone please stand up? I don't think we have. Pay attention to the rhetoric. Your manufactured Libra energy. Remember, Emma Hayes is a Libra. So she's a judge for the system. So she's gonna tell people, she's gonna tell the system, yeah, I approve this player. Nah, this player is too she's too chaotic. She doesn't follow the script. Yeah, I like her energy. Cause think about it. They need balanced archetypes. And Emma's a Libra. And Libra represents scales, but judge and judgment. And they're judging players based upon how they move under the microscope. Because America, remember, because we talk about America, USA, NWSL, WSL, these are over surveillanced leagues, over surveillanced ecosystems. So you start to see, and here's the thing: the over surveillance is people are watching, but then the people that are getting amplified, they're distorted. They're not telling the truth. It's all, like I said, the media don't tell the truth, especially not this. If everyone's saying the same thing, nigga, someone's lying. Everyone's saying the same thing. Her archetype is not for me. Like I said, Emma Hayes' archetype is not for Anita. She represents white hierarchy. Dude, like I said, because her archetype isn't melanin, isn't spiritual, isn't intuitive, isn't awakening, isn't heart-led, isn't revolutionary. She's had benefited with these players. She's federation approved, system protected, Eurocentric authority, colonizer philosophy. Football as institutional containment. That's why you see right through her. She represents the old frequency trying to lead the new era, and it doesn't match. What does it say? Okay. What else we got? What else we got here? Yeah, man. I mean, look, that's when the storylines are gonna get sharper. Yeah, we finished up, bro. Y'all already know the Caretaker Era is in 4K in real life, and I mean, we just making sure y'all know someone said it, so you know what happened to America. What happened to America? If they collapsed, you know what I'm saying? Because the elders took the bag and ran. So that's why, I'm saying, it's very important to pass game on to the future generation so they don't be naked running around here. Don't get taken advantage of by the system. Get paid their worth. Yeah. That's why it's important to have elders, people that have experienced abuse, unfortunately, in a system, and they know what to identify, what to look out for, how to guide, how to shape, how to protect, and do what elders are supposed to do. Look out for the future generations, because we don't want them to have to go through what we went through, obviously, because that's just fucked up. To make if I could tell you something that could help you prevent you trauma, I'm gonna do that. But especially in America, a lot of distortion going on. So you have to see very clearly. You get to see very clearly where everyone stands. In a way, America's divided in some ways, but it's like we're divided in America, but collectively we're united, like in the world, in a way. You know what I'm saying? Does it make sense? Yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna see you on the next one.